end. Yep, okay, everything seems to be functioning, nothing's imploded. Okay, so, next session. Last session was a little bit of an oddity towards the end, because we got to spend time with Marianne's bears.
Yay. It was great.
It was an experience.
It was
So-
amazing. It was an amazing experience.
So, with that in mind, we arrive on this day. Yeah. Oh, that's the wrong note sheet. So we return at the late evening of this day, where
What's the date, by the way?
it is
To
the
note.
25th September, 56 AR.
Thank you.
So it is the same day as it was prior. So the sparring session concluded a little while ago, while Marianne is introducing Penton to her bears. And then that's basically we're advancing a few hours after that, where Lupus is currently in the bathhouse and has been approached by a certain fox.
Hello.
Hello to you too. I wasn't expecting you to come in whilst I was, in the bubbles, but
You should expect me to come at any point, at any time, and in any way.
context.
I could drop down from the ceiling, I could emerge from the floor,
Alright, Mr. Dramatic.
I could emerge from you.
No? No. No, thank you.
Anyway, how are you doing?
Existing. Just had earlier in the day, a rather intense sparring session with a couple of the ladies.
Ladies?
Yes. Lovely Raven Queen, Goddess of the Harvest, and Marianne all decided to come and spar with me.
Oh, wow. I totally missed that. That would have been really cool to watch.
Yeah,
How did it go?
well, I got to test out a couple of my personal toys. Not all of them, but one of them. Turns out one of the Raven Queen's blessings that I've definitely not tapped into a little bit works really well. I'll have to be careful that I don't accidentally give people a heart attack doing it.
What?
And Lucas is going to sit there and basically explain to Ziffy how Diana's death sentence rune works.
Huh. Interesting. But how are you holding up?
Well, I'm just going to tilt his head slightly, like he's nodding. I am doing a lot better now I have one of the heirlooms.
You want to talk about it?
No, not really. I'm in the hot water and bubbles to de-stress.
I mean, we could talk about it back at the manor.
And could do.
I feel like you got a lot of stuff to get off your chest right now.
Well, I mean, our entire guild has just left. And that's,
Yeah, it's been eerily quiet.
uncomfortably so.
If Lycus was still here, then at least you could, like, illusion us some general hustle and bustle noise. Raven uses, oh, what's the thing he uses where all of the imaginary people walk around and do imaginary things that are really mundane? Simulacrum? That's the one. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Then it would feel a bit more normal. I wonder if the rabbit can do that.
Possibly. But I don't intend on giving him access to that much powdered ruby anytime soon.
Are you afraid he's going to snort it?
It would surprise me.
I wouldn't put it past him.
I wouldn't put it past you either.
I wouldn't put it past one of the others to dare him to do it.
I also wouldn't put it past you.
What, to dare him to do it?
Yes.
I mean, I could literally walk up to him and place it in his nose while he's breathing and he wouldn't know I did it, so... I could make him involuntarily snort it. Anyway.
Anyway, enough of that. Please don't do that.
Don't plan on it.
Anyway, tomorrow morning, I've arranged for Group U and their few additionals to head off to Tempeal to start dealing with the acquisition of the Green Sage heirloom.
I thought you weren't doing that for a little while.
Yeah, well, after the first one was acquired and there being some slight trouble with the technology in their borders not functioning, so this is like the easiest point for them to slip through undetected.
I suppose.
I'm just not enjoying the mental prospect of essentially sending them in completely unarmed and with nothing on them, basically. It's not a reassuring prospect.
I'm sure they'll be fine. They're not alone, and they're proving themselves to be relatively capable warriors.
And Lupus lets that out a little snort. Yes. I have my reservations on how they're going to handle Tempeal, but, well, we'll see. Speaking of, I did have...
I wish I could be there for when they meet that little resistance movement.
Oh boy, don't even. Behave. I had to go and talk to Leon and Throck to basically let them know that it's been rearranged. The same with Maraxus. Whose hair... I was asking him about his hair earlier. Dude looks like someone out of a freaking... like... You know, like when they're trying way too hard in like the bigger cities to sell hair products.
Yeah.
When he turns around in the sun, my goodness, it shines.
Maybe it's just worth it.
That was terrible.
What was terrible? Oh, you heard the same slogan from the same
Yes.
snake oil salesman now? Okay. Wasn't that one of Lycus'
Yes.
routines?
Yes. Anyway, you wanna jump in?
Sure.
And we're gonna move along from there as if prepares to join the bar. So, it is now the 26th of September, 56 AR. And the group has been called together for their briefing. Zippy's debriefing. Heyo! No, that was terrible.
Does Zippy wear briefs?
I fucking know. Anyway, moving on.
In the
Dun
chat,
dun.
does Zippy wear briefs?
Anyway.
Moving swiftly onwards. So... Sir, do you mind?
No.
So, you have been gathered in the... You have been gathered together in that little room again, with the guildmaster sitting in his usual place. Group you off to one side, and your assistants for this venture, Leon, Throck, and Mado, sitting on the other side.
So, who's excited to see how the other half lives?
Maraxus looks at
Who was
Penton,
speaking?
concerned.
Oh, it's Penton.
Yeah, as if he is not in this room. At least as far as you know. No.
Dun dun.
I do not understand the
No,
joke.
you'd be able to see the wet. Oh no, it's a different day. You'd be able to see the dripping wet patch from where he's standing in the water.
No!
It's been a day. It's
That
not.
patch of
He's
floor is
not
very
still
soggy for some
wet.
reason.
It's been a night time.
I mean, furnace will dry
Bruh.
fast, but my god, man. As if you're just T-posing there, fucking... You know what? No, we're not gonna go into that mental image. So...
My brain had a moment. I was like, who's talking? I was just like, I don't even.
I don't blame you. I haven't organized me tokens to sit in the right place.
Ah, I was sitting on my foot and now it's all numb.
Well
No.
done.
Sucks for you,
That-
loser.
That is unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate.
String view, please refresh.
Hi.
There we go. Okay, so Lupus rubs his hands together. As I'm sure you're aware, you are going to be experiencing the joys of Tempeal soon. And being sarcastic, this is going to be a very interesting experience for you all. So, unfortunately, I have not been able to acquire the materials necessary to give you too many supplies. However, I would like to reassure you all that everything is going to be fine. Do not panic. Do not panic. And most importantly, do not... Please do not cause too much of a problem there. I am sending you there with the intent that you are going to blend in with the crowd. There is a resistance group working within... Oh, please, no, notes. Friggin' dark mode thing. There it is. So, you'll be dropped off and taken over to Tempeal via a boat. From what we're aware, the heirloom itself is on the island of Tempeal, and the officials of the capital city are studying the weapon for its mystical properties. So what you are going to have to do is infiltrate the island, and you have 60 days to find the heirloom, secure it, and then get off the island. Else you will all have fully contracted magitech poisoning, meaning that you will no longer be able to use magic, which means that we're all going to die. I want to make you critically aware that failure on any part means the end of the guild's current operation until either you can until the singular, as I shall refer to them, our singular bloodline members can procreate and potentially form a new generation, or it could just be a permanent / indefinite stopping of any sort of chance for our survival. Now that I've given you a little bit of pressure. Yep. No pressure, but failure is not an option this time. In any capacity.
I have a question.
Yes.
If we, let's say we can't get it in time and we're at like day 58, if we leave and then come back, will it reset or do we just have 2 days now?
Alec,
You
why
would-
the fuck would it reset?
Why wouldn't it reset? Like,
It would not. It would take...
it would not reset.
For
Okay, so
every-
max 60 days.
For every day
Gotcha.
that you are exposed to this magitech, it will take about a year of your lifespan for your body to fully recover.
A year for every day.
Yes.
Fuck me. Oh, alright, that sucks ass.
So there won't be any
Yeah.
permanent effects if you can get out before the end of that 60-day period. However, should you re-enter a place with magitech after you get off the island, it does not take much for your body to return to the state it was in beforehand.
So this is like spells and abilities. Like all my time mage abilities are fucked too.
Your abilities should be fine. It is
Cool.
purely your magic casting abilities.
Excellent.
Once those
Well,
have been fully
it sucks,
sealed,
but
everything else will go. I shouldn't have
Basically,
to
don't
say
attract attention to yourselves. Don't attract attention to ourselves, because if we get locked up in prison, then we're probably going to spend more than 60 days there.
you'll be dead.
Yeah.
You will effectively be dead.
Also, another question. How the fuck do I blend in? Have you seen me? Genuine question.
Well, that's where I come.
Well, in some part. Well, you see, our fellow rabbit friend over there will be masking your presence for, I believe the spell you're thinking of, Mr. Elena, will last for about 12 hours of time.
It does. Does anyone have any preferences for what they want to look like?
Lucas holds his finger up. But that will only help you once you're on the island. So, and Lucas clicks his finger, and underneath, Alec,
Finger.
or clicks his fingers, sorry.
Sorry.
Underneath Alec, Orion, Kay, Luna, Norlan, Xanis, Penton, Uzok, Leon, Throck, Amraxis, a rune forms underneath them.
The Rolus not here? Yeah, he is.
Question.
They are.
Has Penton ever been with a human before?
What?
Has Penton ever been with a human before?
If you're about to go for what I think you're about to, hold your thoughts. Lupus smiles at the people this rune has formed under. So, this might take a bit of getting used to, but enjoy. And Lupus clicks his fingers again, and there's a small flash of light for those that have the rune underneath them. But once the light is gone, everybody in this room now looks human. Alec's horns are missing, visually,
And he's not purple.
and he's not purple.
He's not purple.
But he's
Orion is
still
now
really
human.
tall.
Yeah, the height has been adjusted so that if you are above, if you're like above the typical height for a standard human, then your height is just brought down to that.
The Girathinic Globetrotters.
Okay, so
Bless you.
so I'm now short.
So you are now I can actually look this up for you.
Yes, please.
So for those of you that are really tall, oh, that's the wrong one. For those of you that are like heckin' tall, no, stop opening the same one.
Open the same one. Torture him. Do it. Do it.
Information on character races, not my information dump. So for those of you that are above the height of 4 times 12,
The height of
8,
tool.
plus 8 plus 20, 76.
These are the large people.
So,
We're all large people. High five, Alec!
Woohoo!
Woo!
So,
Jesus Christ, I'm whispering.
well done.
Oh my god, you're all my height now.
So any of you that were above 6'4" are now 6'4".
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
So,
I've lost over a foot. I've lost a foot and an inch. Oh,
I
yeah.
have lost 5
that means it's gone elsewhere, though, right?
Shut the fuck
Oh,
up.
no, that's all. Alright, and I'm presuming that that's a serious statement. I would also like to point out that because you are polymorphed into a human currently, that yes, your endowment size has also been reduced to match that of the human ranger. Of the
Wait. Did they shrink my dick?
Yes.
Did they shrink?
No!
I have a question.
Lupus! My leg's
Yeah.
missing! Lupus!
So Alice and Aurolus didn't have this rune appear beneath them.
No, because they already pass as human.
Yeah,
Is it
because I'm
because-
fucking tiny.
I mean, I was staring at your elf
You're
ears,
short,
but
queen.
okay.
I'll just cover the ears. That's easy.
Cosplay.
Yeah, cosplay.
I could always cut them off.
I don't think that'd be a good idea.
I'm
You
hating
could
this
lose
already.
your white magic spells before, before too long and you can't get them back. She can't heal them. Anyway. I never got Aura of the Unremarkable. How did I never pick that up?
My penis!
If you say that out loud, Luna looks at you in disgust.
No, no, that's not said out loud. That's why I put it in the chat.
Why do you get to say that, Lupus? Doesn't
No, I'm
doesn't
just
Ryan
putting that
get to
out.
say whether it's out loud?
No. As in, this is not something that I want pointed out loud because TOS.
Oh no.
Smiley
my
face.
has decreased.
Oh, okay.
I am
No-
going
no
to
PP.
throw the air conditioning remote at you. Respectfully. Yes.
I want to hear the
perish.
smack. I want to hear it smack against his head.
Perish.
I'm quite sure physical violence is not allowed on Twitch,
Necromancy.
so let's
I know.
not.
Let's not do that. Anyway.
Aww.
My peignoir.
Shut up. Respectfully, shut up.
Wait, my
Anyway.
hooves.
Yes. That's
My
actually a good point.
everything.
My
Luna,
tail.
Your wings and horns are missing. Alec, your
And
tail
my
is
claws!
missing. Your claws, you basically
very
have
long
grown,
nails.
You've basically gotten some slightly longer nails, but the ones who are having the most interesting revelations here are good old Orion K. Basically, all of those lovely furry characters, as we're gonna call them, for the sake of ease,
cold.
are now human.
Wait a minute. I'm not wearing a shirt. I have human
Oh my.
nipples.
Yes,
Oh my
my.
god, nipples!
I have nipples.
What
Is nipples
the
TOS? No. Is it? Can we
No.
say nipples?
Yes, if
I
you
don't
look over
imagine
me,
that
but
my rabbit folk nipples are much different from my human nipples. to be
exactly,
honest.
they're basically the same. Like,
I'm
for those of you
going
that
to
already
draw
have your
everyone
shirts on,
human. I'm sorry.
Well,
Where's my
really
sketch?
fucking
Oh,
cold
I just
now.
gotta
I'm
point
not
out
fire
for the
anymore.
characters, for the characters that have an exposed chest already, this is nothing new to you. They are already exposed and visible. Anyway,
hoe
They
is never
already have
cold.
nipples!
A hoe is never cold,
anyway,
Ryan.
moving swiftly
Lucas, do you
onwards.
have a shirt?
Oh.
I need to
I
do
need a
something
shirt. I'm
real
very
quick.
cold.
Should I leave my cape behind? Because it does like have two massive holes in it for my wings to go through.
Lupus just shrugs.
Just play
It's
your
fine.
If that's something that you require. Whose sheets do I not have open? Wait, I just don't have the main
I'm actually gonna draw everyone human. One
Please.
second.
do.
It's going to be amazing.
I'm like traumatized right now.
I am good because Lupus turns
is
to
Orion.
every single
Do
Every single
not let
member
Gareth
of
see
your
me like
group.
this.
Could you speak up? I can't hear you very well. My
Lupus
ears
will-
are now massively smaller.
All right. Your hearing is not affected
Okay.
because whilst Lupus sits and explains. So, whilst your physical bodies have changed somewhat, your senses should all still be the same. You will have this active on you for the next 60 days, which is how long I can keep it lasting for. But just bear in mind that once you dispel this, or you have to remove this at any point, that's it. Because once you get onto the island of Tempeal, you will not be able to use your runes.
Oh, that sucks.
Wait, we can't use our runes!
No, because unfortunately, they are a very high they're a high enough strength of magic that they will be sealed before you arrive. In
Oh my
fact,
god, I'm gonna cry.
unfortunately, this will also mean that a lot of the items you're currently carrying on you will also have to be taken. So, I have left individual
god, like
boxes.
what?
I have left individual boxes on the table. Please take off your gear and place it in your respective boxes.
Uh-oh.
Whilst you guys are doing this, I am going to be changing a couple of things on your sheets.
No.
Oh
What's
my
my
God, I'm
HP
gonna
total?
cry.
Tank.
Because, funnily enough, I will also, for the sake of my sanity, I will be protecting the ranges. So you will not be able to change your gear.
I don't even.
Just
I'm
in
sad.
case.
Yep.
Alexa, this is so sad.
This is literally
Alexa,
so sad.
play Despacito. No, don't
No.
actually play Despacito.
So the first person I have done this for is Alec.
Why would you do this to me?
Because
you're.
you are the first.
Okay, I'm loading my sheet.
So your name begins with A.
Well,
Ugh.
I can tell that Alice can't see her sheet. Smiley face.
Okay. I have
Why?
no
I have it
elemental
open.
resistances. I have no. Well,
The good news is, as of this point, respectfully,
Oh no.
you will not need to use the buff and debuff tracker because all of the stats that are visible are appropriate.
wrong.
Oh no.
So,
Bro, I'm so dead. My armor class is 20.
please bear with me as I proceed to go through each sheet and adjust this. I will be removing these sheet protections afterwards. That may take a bit longer for Alice's because her whole sheet is protected.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Did you say we're also putting our weapons in the boxes?
Yes.
Sadness.
I don't have a weapon.
You have your.
Well,
you
then
also-
put your arse in the box.
Put yourself in the box.
Well, what am I going to do? Attack people with my anus?
with your fists.
Oh, right, yeah, I have those.
Oh my god, you're
I
gonna
should
have to
also
fist
point out-
fight.
I'm a
Fucking
fisting
hell.
artist.
Stop.
No.
So I should also point out that whilst I'm doing this, those of you who have natural weapons, you will not be able to use those whilst you're in your human state, in this human form,
Oops.
because you don't have them. Your hooves, fangs, claws, even your breath weapons, or breath weapon, looking at one party member, is currently
Raise his
disabled.
Crying.
Perhaps if you just have really bad breath.
Fuck you.
That's
Then
not
that's
a
just
weapon.
unfortunate.
Ah, okay.
Ryan, use halitosis.
So,
Fucking clean your teeth. What the hell?
I do clean my teeth regularly, actually. Just a hypothetical question.
Ew.
thank you. You've taken everything off preemptively. Lovely.
Yeah, I have.
I'm still going to protect rangers because...
I thought we would get like replacement gear
Yes.
to like.
And
Is
as
it there?
is Alec bringing it up?
Yes.
Lupus smiles. Well, yes, in fact, you will be getting replacement armor. Or, sorry, replacement weaponry once you get there. Unfortunately, for some of you, I do not have the capacity to apply these take these weapons out of anything we have here and hand them over. So,
Why is my AC still high?
because your abilities are still a thing.
I don't. I have.
Do you have anything active that shouldn't be active?
No.
Okay. Oh, it might be one of your archer and hunter, aren't you? I
Yeah.
believe hunter adds their wisdom modifier to AC.
Okay. Also, I'm guessing the draconic. Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah, you'll still have that.
skin.
Yeah.
Okay. Draconic skin.
So, oh fuck, right, I didn't. There was something else on Penton's page I didn't hide. So, hide that.
Hmm?
Hide that.
Oh.
Okay. So, that is all of the.
Oh no.
That is all of the party dealt with. Okay. Now it's just-
16 modifier critical. Oh.
Yeah,
So-
all my fucking shit is so.
So everything should be locked in, so you shouldn't be able to
I
change
closed
it.
the wrong sheet. Why
Well
did I
done.
close Luna's sheet?
Nailed it.
It's fine, guys. I'm still very capable of
What
seducing
the
people.
frick is weapon 5? Why is it ice?
Because I have not
Weapon
coded those weapons in yet.
Okay.
Where's my
Okay.
sheet?
If you poked about your sheet more, you'd notice there's several other quirky things like that that appear.
Yeah, I got weapon 1. Get fucked.
Basically, that's empty weapon slots that
Oh,
will be
okay.
filled
So I
later.
don't just magically have just ice.
No.
I have a power staff.
Yes. That is because your inventory is full of weapons, and I forgot to remove it.
Oh, okay.
I have weapon 5.
Yay, weapon 5, gang.
Basically, I've just set everything to empty slots.
It's
So,
+5 weapon.
you are
Nice.
basically...
But it does ice damage.
Yeah.
So, basically, Lupus looks at you all as you're all having a little bit of a fear moment.
Freak out.
So,
I would say there's a
Yeah.
collective freak out moment. Yeah,
what's our cover story?
simple. You are people that have been escorted into this ship, and under the understanding that you will be protected from the monstrosities and people out there that are,
Those god-awful beasts!
yes, effectively. You are to pass off as hard as you can that you are simply born without magic, and that you are escaping to a place that you have been told is safe for you to stay in. I know, it's a sob story.
So we must pretend to actually hate magic as well.
Not necessarily.
In a sort of bitter way, if you wished you had it.
Avoid the question
Avoid
if
the-
it comes up.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll
Can
be
they
looking
detect
for...
magic?
Hmm?
Can they detect magic?
Well, let me get around to that. So whilst you are on the island of Tempeal, every 6 days you will lose access to one tier of your magic. Your runic ability will be limited, so you will not be able to use them at all. As the typical metric, you would be treating a first tier rune as if it were a 10th tier spell, meaning they are automatically sealed off the moment you arrive. So now I'm going to switch. Lupus starts explaining this, and I'll switch over to DM mode for this. So if every 6 days you are on the island of Tempeal, you lose access to a level of spell. So 6 days in, you will lose access to 9th level magic. 12 days in, 8th level magic gets sealed, and so on. I will be filtering your sheets as we go along, so that once you lose a tier of spell, it will no longer be visible on your spell list.
No more haste.
I'm gonna cry.
So, question.
Go for
May
it.
rephrase. I'm guessing if you don't have 9th level spells, you won't get. Will you still be affected, or?
You will only be affected once you've been there long enough that it goes to, say, I think for Luna's case you've got up to 3rd or 4th level spells?
4th.
Up to 4th, so you won't be affected until all of the 9th
For a
level
long
casters
time.
in the party are losing their 4th level spells, and so on.
Sucks to suck.
Yeah, it really does. I'm
So,
like my best things are about to go like immediately.
Lupus looks at the party.
Oh, fuck.
I'm imagining that you guys are quite apprehensive, and that's understandable. There is a resistance group there that comprises of non-humans, we'll call them. You'll know them when you see them, and they've been informed that you're arriving within the next few days, we'll call it that. So you'll be arriving, being delivered straight there. I should make sure that you're aware that when you escape and make your way out, should anyone be left behind, they will be considered dead. You will not have an escape off the island if you are left behind. Is that understood?
Yes.
Okay.
Okily dokily.
And
So
Lupus
can
gives
they
a
detect
very
magic?
stern glare to every single member of the group. Kind of just
Don't leave
getting
anyone
across how
behind.
serious he is. Yes. If anybody gets left behind, you will have to live with that for the rest of your life. Now, whilst you're there, you will be obtaining some weaponry and equipment to replace what has been left here. And don't worry, it will still be here when you get back, in case there was any concerns about that at any point.
Are you gonna sell our stuff?
No.
That would be stupid.
No, not necessarily. Unless you'd like me to, but that seems like a
No.
bit of a...
I really would not like
don't.
you to sell my stuff. I would really hate
Oh my
that.
god, if you sell it, I'm not returning to the guild. I'm going home.
Lupus laughs his ass off at the reactions of people. Please, like I don't already have enough gil from doing 50 years worth of missions to inform this guild. Please, let's piss me off. In which case, I'll do it out of spite.
Please
That's
don't.
what we're worried about.
Lupus
Oh
lets a
dear.
little laugh. Anyway, as I should make sure you're all very vividly aware, we do have an immediate route for you to go. There is a location for you to go to, and you will be taken there via a vehicle. So, is there anything else you'd like to ask me before you're sent off?
I have ways of covering our movements, but they involve magic. Can they detect magic?
Not once you pass the border.
Obviously, don't be openly casting magic in the middle of the street. Probably.
Yeah, don't do that.
But I don't make any sounds or anything when I cast magic.
Subtlety is key.
My magic is subtle, and it all involves illusions.
Okay.
Tricking people.
Mine isn't, so I will keep it on the down low.
Lupus looks at Luna.
I
Yeah,
have something
you're
that
going
makes
to do
stuff
as
seem
well.
innocuous, basically, regardless of what we're doing.
Are
However, I
they
lose that
not
after 12 days.
able to detect the polymorphic rune then when we enter?
Lupus smirks. Well, you see, I don't know if any of you remember. I'm not sure who I haven't described it to you to at this point. But runic magic is treated as something primordial in nature. Tempiel has only managed to acquire the ability to detect your modern-day magic. They have no way of detecting any sort of runic magic at all. It's very entertaining.
So I shouldn't use screen, because they will detect it.
Once you're through the border, yes, you can use it.
Okay.
While before that point, please
Don't.
don't.
Is there going to be a checkpoint then?
What?
A checkpoint where they check your valuables and make sure you are.
Oh, I'm
Not
actually
a
going
video
deaf. I
game
thought you said checkpoint flag.
No.
Don't worry, I have already
I'm going
secured
deaf.
all of the details. Now, is there anything else you need to know?
I don't think so.
Excellent.
Um,
Well, Leon, Throck, Raxus,
Hmm?
you'll be working with them. And hopefully, things should go a bit better than the last time you were deployed. Which I'm still sorry about. I should God well say, fucking... Sleep.
It was fun though.
For you, sure. And Leon's gonna look at the rest of the group. Let's not have a repeat of last time, please. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
was Luna told of what happened?
Yes, Leon probably gave a very clear explanation of what happened and why he's irritated with Group U currently.
Luna thumbs up at Leon.
And so, without further ado, you are escorted by Lupus to the teleport crystal room. Sorry, I'm eating cucumber.
The
I cut up a
Cucumber.
I cut up a whole cucumber as a way to get some food and water in my system alongside my tea.
Oh my god, I want a cucumber now.
I bought 2 when I went food shopping earlier. It was great. So I can eat them both during the session, if I so choose to. Anyway, so you are escorted. Teleported.
Crying.
Nice.
And there is a large number of people gathering to go towards this boat. And when you turn around, Lucas is nowhere to be seen.
God, can this take any longer? Honestly.
You are not in the crowd, by the way.
Oh, okay.
There are people, like,
Yeah.
swarming into the boat.
We should probably make our way on before it gets absolutely. How big is this boat?
And so
Sorry.
it's a small cruiser.
We should probably get over before it gets packed.
Yep.
Probably.
And so, yeah, Xanax turns around to the group. I guess try and partner up if you can.
I will grab Arolus's arm.
What
He's
is
here, isn't he?
suspicious
He's
of people
coming.
Stuck together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically, just so you guys aren't confused, everybody that's currently on that top row of the screen, or top row of the hub map, that is everybody. I have not made.
Are they homophobic on Tempeal?
I mean, you'll find out, I guess.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you get on the boat, and
I should have asked Lupus that.
probably would have been. A
Oh,
good
you
idea.
can find out. Fuck around and find out, literally.
Okay,
God,
so
there's a seedy underbelly where you can do it with someone if you really want to.
and as Penton comes out with that, he is going to get a clip around the back of the ear from Nolan.
Ow!
For
The
the
hell?
love, for the love of God, lad, not the place to be fucking around.
I don't plan to. It was a joke.
And Nolan has a very intense gaze as he's looking directly into Nolan is looking directly into Penton's eyes and giving an intense gaze.
Just saying to directly.
Nolan
No,
is
'cause
looking
my
into
brain-
Nolan's eye.
No, because my brain went from Penton's POV for a second, then remembered it's describing what Nolan's doing, and went shit. So,
Nolan's just got a mirror out. He's just looking at himself like,
So, you managed to get on the boat, and as you're basically scanned through, as we shall call it,
Those freaking metal detectors and stuff, yeah.
yeah, there are so many different checks that you have to go through. Unfortunately, the paperwork that Lupus has put in each of your it's like a small satchel. You don't even have enough room to carry any of your alchemical items should you find them along the way.
No! What? This is so bad.
I
We
broke.
are so dead.
Down bad broke.
It's so over.
It's Jova.
It's Jova.
So, as you're making your way there, you manage to get on the boat, and you all eventually find each other, which is not easy.
No sending spells.
Nope.
No.
However, it takes about 3 days to get there. And upon day 4 so you've arrived on Tempeal, and you've basically been shuffled back and forth. But there is mention of going to the capital. You are currently sitting on a train going to Midgar, the capital city of Tempeal. And as the train is moving along, you are greeted to the view of this massive city. Upon which, hanging, almost like hanging over the top of the main city itself, is this big, like, circular plate. Like somebody's decided to make a very strange looking sculpture.
Wait. Like dinner plate?
I will get a example for you. So you are looking at something that looks like this. For those of you that are not familiar, that's what you're looking at.
Oh.
Okay.
That's what you're approaching currently on a train. And the city is surprisingly lively. Some of the areas have bright, flashing colors and signs, and the train. You've been on this train for about half a day at this point, but essentially today is day 4, or the is it the 30th? I believe it's the 30th of September. Yes,
It would be the 30th.
the
Yeah.
30th of September, 56 AR. So you're already 4 days into the mission, and it just took that from getting from point A to point B. And if you...
Oh, shit. It's gonna be a long mission.
It is.
How many days did you say, sorry?
This is day 4.
So we've got
So we've got
56
2
days
days
left.
left before
No,
lose first
yeah.
layer of magic.
Sorry, say
We've
again.
got 2 days left before first layer of magic's gone.
Yes, before 9th level spells are gone.
No.
I'm trying to see if I've got the world map saved immediately to hand. There it is.
Pardon me.
So, if you'll remember this, that island on the bottom left,
Mm-hmm.
you have come in from the side closest to Kreitner's, and you're currently on the furthest left, basically far left. We're talking like close-ish to Matherin, if you're looking at the map. So like,
Okay.
I don't know, snip, and then do like a really small dot. How does one decirth the pen? Pen. Customize pen. Fine point. So you are like here. It's gonna be like really hard to see. But that tiny ass blue dot.
I see it.
Oh, I see it. Yep. One single
Just-
pixel.
It feels quite large.
So, sorry, I'm just looking at my notes and trying to read something. There we go, yeah. I have not read this document in a while. It shows. Okay, so. The train pulls up to a stop. And everybody is deboarding. I'm assuming, to remaining conspicuous, the rest of the party are following on, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
You?
So,
Priority number 1 is rendezvous.
as you arrive, there are bright flashing lights everywhere. No matter where you look, there is something bright, there is something flashy. And it is just... The air smells somewhat unpleasant. Almost like... Dare I say... Sorry for the noise again. This is gonna ring out, because I can't get it to shut up.
Like raw sewage, like in London.
It does smell like a big city air. Like if you've been in London at any point and the air smells kind of stagnant, but this is just what the air smells like here. Especially after you guys have come straight out of a place filled with nature and trees and stuff like that. You know, as you do. Okay. So
If only that,
fuck,
if only,
Luna?
if
What the
only that
fuck?
could be like my AC or something.
How is your how
Archer.
the fuck?
Archer.
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 She is perceiving everything right now.
So
It's a bit. It's quite the headache actually.
along the way, you start making your way down this route that Lupus has basically scribbled down on a bit of paper. That for some of you, you've got like basically you put all of your like transport permits together. You can get a rough description of the directions you need to go. And as you're heading down that way, you end up walking down a street that's full of bright flashing signs and things along that queue. And the first thing you hear as you're walking down the road is sorry, I'm gonna have a little sip of my tea.
Oh no.
So as you're walking down this road, there is what appears to be a young man by a stack of newspapers shouting out. And are any of you going to listen to what he's saying?
Sure.
A
Sure.
bit.
I mean, do I have a choice?
Touche. So as he starts shouting out, "Extra, extra, desperate hoes in your area!" And Xanis turns around, looks at Penton, and very quietly mutters under his breath, "I didn't realize you were so popular out here too." And he has a massive grin on his face. Kay is sitting there, stifling a laugh. Leon looks a little bit shocked.
Oh, no.
And so you continue down this road, and there's one,
Penton's influence reaches far.
and there's another
Well,
person. There's like a billboard, and on the top of it, I'll pick a random person. Just 'cause
Me.
Sure. So,
Wait, is it a bad thing? I'm regretting
Orion.
saying this.
So you stop for a moment. Like the rest of the group kind of slows down to see what you're doing. But there's a sign up on a big billboard. And it's a very lustrous looking woman who turns her head. "Are you tired of being alive? Hate thinking? Seen things you don't want to see? Lobotomy. Ask your doctor. You there. Just ask." And then it loops around to the same thing. But every time it randomly changes the head positioning as though it's looking at somebody else in the crowd.
It's actually using laser eyes to lobotomize each person each time.
This is hell. This is truly hell.
And as you're continuing onwards, there is just you are being bombarded with consumerism. Like
Oh my
there
god.
there are like
It's flooded with people
signs
as well.
everywhere. There is enough bright flashing lights and like buy this, buy that. You should buy this everywhere.
Dude, I
And,
forgot. Have I got a virus on my PC from 1998 or something?
I mean, it's equivalent to that, yeah.
I've got a horse flu virus. I got a worm.
And one of the things, Alice, as you're walking along, there's one thing that catches your attention that kind of sickens you a little bit as you end up reading something that's attached to the window, like the inside of a window for what looks like some sort of apothecary or some sort of clinic. You're not quite sure. It's an unfamiliar sight to you. There's a bunch of people sitting on chairs in this square in a room. Some of them are hacking their lungs out and coughing, whatever. And on the door, it mentions something about they have restocked their healthcare loot boxes, now featuring kidneys and other important vital
What?
organs.
How much are they?
Healthcare boxes with
expensive, yeah.
vital organs. Anyone need any organs?
I sure hope not.
Oh my god. America.
Just imagining someone going into a casino, doing a
Oh my god,
fucking-
are we in Las Vegas?
Oh, no.
No.
I
someone
thought
going into
New
a casino,
York, to
pulling
be
down
honest.
the one-armed bandit, seeing all of the things spin and going, yes, yes, I got a heart transplant.
I mean, yeah, that's
I
not
got
uncommon for the
paracetamol.
place. So as you're heading along, you notice. Actually, can I get? Oh, actually, no. I don't even need to roll a perception check. There's fucking Luna and Nolan, Luna.
Luna knows. Luna
Xanis.
sees. Luna saw before you even said anything.
I know. Nolan, Luna, and Xanis. The three of you notice that down a very shady and dark-looking alleyway that you're approaching, there is a rather good-looking young man with soft tan skin, amber-colored eyes, and blonde hair. And he is wearing what appears to be a pair of false rabbit ears. Would you like to approach him? I'm gonna look at you, Luna, because you've got highest passive perception, so you're the first to notice. Would you like to approach the young man?
I'm not fucking approaching anyone. I'm gonna go over to Nolan and say, do you see that guy in the alleyway over there with the rabbit ears?
Nolan nods. Yes, lass, I
Is this
do.
where we're going?
And Nolan looks over to Xanis. Is this the right place? Is this where we're supposed to be going? Yeah, I think so. And so Xanis, with
tomorrow.
Xanis with absolutely no, like, Luna's like, I'm imagining Luna's sitting there like, I don't trust this one bit. It's a shady man in an alleyway.
Luna's not like anything.
Understandable.
I mean, how long have we been walking past all of these flashing signs, all the sounds?
About
I
half an
imagine-
hour.
I imagine those with like high passive perception are just in their own living hell.
Yeah,
I think everyone's in hell.
this is a place where
Yeah, this place is crazy.
Yeah. So, as Luna's just kind of responding to Nolan and like, oh, no time at the present, Xanis has already started walking down the alleyway and is now talking with the rather good-looking young man before coming back and with a smile on his face. Hey guys. Yeah, that's the guy. Come on.
Okay.
And he is nudging people to just shuffle it. To basically get moving. You know?
Okay,
And we will get
moving.
moving.
So, as you are...
Getting moving.
Yeah. It's really groovy. I don't know. So as you're making your way downtown, walking fast, breaks pass. Anyway, so as you're making your way down the corridor, you end up being led through a series of tunnels, back alleys, restricted personnel areas, until you end up in what looks like a very big, a rather large slum area. And you're led to this small, tavern-esque looking place, where you're then brought down into the basement of said tavern, before the young man turns around. Well, I'm assuming you're the SWG?
Yes, we are. That would
Perhaps.
be yes.
Currently wishing I wasn't in this place anymore.
And the man has a smile on his face. I hear it. Here, take these. And he, without really asking if he can do so, he puts a pair of earmuffs on your head.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
And then proceeds to go and lock the door, putting the key in his back pocket.
Oh god, we're about to lose some kidneys.
Right, well, pleasure to meet you. My name is Atma, and I am one of the Resistance members.
Asthma?
Atma.
Isn't that a medical? Okay.
Asthma, okay. I also heard
Look at me.
asthma.
Please don't aggravate me, I have had a long day. I'm currently waiting for the rest of the Resistance members to make their way back from their previous outing, and they're out, well, scouting things.
Have you been pulling loot boxes at the clinic?
No. And he looks mildly offended that you suggest such a thing. And then you were just whispered to by Alice. Responding.
I think that was a... Penta, don't do that.
It was
Well.
Penta, no.
Oh, okay.
Don't say that.
My
Yeah,
bad.
Penton. People have
It
to
was a
live here.
Penta, shut up.
Actually, we should not mock them.
I guess. Anyway.
Anyway. I assume that your organizer has informed you of our name, at least.
Did
No.
he?
Neglected to mention the name.
Ah.
In a bit of a hurry.
Well, and Atma puffs up his chest with a smile on his face. Well, our resistance group is named Your Inner Fantasies Fighting Corruption Around Midgar. Or abbreviated to its short form if you wish.
Can you say that again?
Oh, simple. Your inner fantasies fighting corruption around Midgar.
Oh my fucking god.
What the fuck?
And
Lucas Crescent Fang, I swear to.
I am not sorry.
Naughty,
I'm
naughty.
sorry. Say that one more time for me,
No,
please.
I choose not to. If
Yeah,
you want me
can.
to put in the chat what it is,
Yes.
for the
yeah,
sake
just
of your
do it
notes.
One more time.
Sure. Let me just copy and paste it into the notes.
So, what's what the rabbit is?
And
You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
yep, I am not mature in the slightest, and I don't care. And Atma looks over to Panton. Well, simply put, he clicks his fingers, and the illusion spell he's been using drops. You are now looking at a brown-furred, amber-eyed, blonde-haired rabbit folk, who is the same height as you. Oh!
Huh.
What did you think?
Of course, the rabbit folk.
I thought you had a few screws loose, to be honest, is what I thought.
Well, says the one masquerading as a flesh man.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable with it.
Sucks to be you.
I think you look handsome, Penton.
Exactly. Please. Anyway. Yes,
I mean,
am
not that you don't look
naked.
handsome anyway, but
I am currently the main reconnaissance person, because I am the only one who can really walk around in public without drawing suspicions. I'm also the only person that's really skilled with hand-to-hand combat. So,
Wait,
Nice.
so you are all actual
yes.
Anthro-raced
Yes.
people?
Yep.
You're not... Okay. Huh. I was starting to get a bit concerned when what looked like a very crazy person decided to pull us into an alley. I am now a lot more at peace
You
and
didn't
at ease than I was
pull
5 minutes
us.
ago.
So, I believe that you are wanting some weaponry.
yes,
Be lovely.
please.
Yes!
Please, do not be flailing these around. But I also have... I also have your route in to some of the more quiet areas. I was told that you, in particular, are quite skilled with very large weaponry. And Atma is looking at Alice. Something was mentioned about a Buster Sword.
A buster sword?
Yes. DM jumping in to help you out here. The adamantine bloodbuster is a buster sword.
Yes. I want that one, please.
Okay, well, simply put, we've got one that we've managed to recover from a member of Soldier that we eliminated recently.
What?
Let me sort that out for you. For the rest of you, I've got some weaponry, but I've got a limited supply, unfortunately. So, I guess simply put, take a rough pick of what you'd be after, and I'll do what I can.
I normally wield a sword cane, so any kind of sword would be good.
Okay. I will take note of this in a second. Bear with.
Is my human form still dressed rather extravagantly, or are we all dressed
All of-
very inconspicuously and basically
You are dressed as inconspicuously as humanly possible.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
I'll
tracksuits
change
and a jumper.
the little
You are no longer
naked.
chest bearing.
I'm no longer
Hits out in the middle of the
Sparta.
city. Yeah.
I'm a university teacher. I'm wearing a turtleneck.
Okay, I'll put that on your little drawing.
No!
No, it's real now. It's real now. You're wearing a little
Canon,
turtleneck.
canon event.
And then I've drawn it. It's on now. You can't take it off.
I mean, you can, but it'd be a bad idea.
You can't break through.
You can see my gross human nipples.
They're the same as your normal
Was it- was
They
the
just feel
nipples?
different, alright?
emotional penton over nipples. Fucking hell.
Anyway,
Okay,
carry on.
so let me just...
What's on the story, please?
Okay, so Alice, you now have a Buster Sword in hand, as that is handed over to you. Don't cry at how low the hit rate on it is. Just make sure your abilities are disabled. But that's now coded
These
in.
fuckers better have like 20 AC at best.
Oh my god, it's so low.
No, they all have like 50 still, don't they, or something?
They're just regular
Okay.
people.
No, I mean like the enemies,
Oh.
not.
They don't even have magic.
No. Mm.
Anyway, so Atma looks over to Penton. We're talking short sword, long sword.
Short sword, please.
I see. Penton, I am going to be.
Do you have any outfits a bit snazzier than this?
I am going
Really?
to just casually erase your power staff. Just put that on your notes somewhere because I can't be asked.
Like, I'm partial to a waistcoat.
Really?
Don't look too
Yes.
snazzy. We need to blend in, okay?
Atma just looks at you with the same sort of expression that I imagine Luna is currently
Everyone
giving
else
you.
is.
Yeah. So we're a resistance group, not a fashion show. If you want something snazzy, then you'll have to either steal it, which is a bad idea, especially here, or you could stop complaining. That would also help. You know?
Yes.
Pardon me.
You're pardoned.
You're good
I
forgiven.
don't even know what. I haven't drank anything in never mind.
I've not drunk anything in the Nevermind. Understandable.
I haven't
Me too.
drunk anything for a few hours. I swear. But
Okay, that's done for Penton. Atma then looks over to Alec. Well, and you?
Oh, just maybe a scimitar and a couple daggers, or just a scimitar.
The scimitar will do.
Okay, I'll look for daggers. That you can find daggers.
Unless you want to be using a kitchen knife, no. You would be lucky to find any sort of accessible weaponry around here.
Oh man.
Oh my god, why is it opening my GBA emulator? Go away. Stop opening shit.
I guess I'm a close range motherfucker because my daggers will not because I cannot throw a scimitar.
1d6.
Well,
mean-
I could throw a scimitar, but it wouldn't go well.
I could throw it.
Okay,
I'm
Bend
sure
it
you
just a
could,
little bit
Luna.
more, it'll be a boomerang.
No.
That sounds like a bad. That sounds like a bad time.
Well,
Yeah, extremely sharp boomerang. Yay.
Catch it with your hands on its way back. Ah, I have
if
no
you dare.
hands. Atma then looks over to Orion. Well, and you?
Problematic because I don't have any weapon proficiencies.
Then
Dagger
you
it
don't
is.
need one.
Oh, I've not put them on your sheet. Well, bear with, as I proceed to go and copy and paste the thing from Scholar.
Thank you, my love.
You should be proficient in like simple weapons.
I believe.
I don't know, man. I just like whacked people with my book if I needed to.
Like quarterstaff and things like that.
I could give you you want a decent weapon to something martial.
Yeah, you just choose for me. I'm not fussed.
Do you want
Warhammer.
a rod or a staff?
What is the difference?
One's big, the other's small.
Oh, I'll take the big one.
Big stick, small
They're
stick.
both.
Big stick, big stick, big
They're
stick.
literally both the same size. Just one is dex, one is strength.
Small stick, small stick.
Well, my strength sucks ass, so the other
So-
one.
The rod.
Mm. It would have been funny.
I've got like 5. Probably doesn't.
Me actually checking my dex is higher than my strength. Yes, it is.
1d6 plus 5. Ooh.
Fuck yeah, I've got a syntax error.
I deal 8 damage.
Hold on.
Oh, look at you, Alec. Go boy, go boy.
I'm literally coding this in now because I should have done this pre-session, but you know what?
Probably.
We didn't know we were gonna be doing this pre-session.
Yeah, that's true. I could have also just programmed this beforehand
You
because
could have
it would make my
read.
life easier.
Seen the future.
Yep, you are now a syntax error, so just click that and ta-da! Sorted.
Yeah, I can do 1d6 damage, boys.
Plus.
5.
Your mum.
What's your...
5. Where is my mum?
I don't
Lupus,
know.
where is my
6
mum?
feet under.
You should know. You played
Literally.
Gareth.
Yep,
Ryan, do
feet
you,
un-
do you
6
have a
feet
mum?
under.
Gareth's parents have been dead for a while now.
Oh.
Exactly 6
Orion
feet
is
under.
in the
You're an
Orion
orphan
is in
too.
the orphan gang.
I'm in the orphan
me,
category.
Penton, Orion, Luna. Do you have parents?
Okay.
Both of them.
What?
No.
Both
Can
of
I,
them.
okay, I give Alec a high five, orphan crew.
High 5. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not here.
They died in natural causes. Are you sure about that?
Yes, I am aware.
Yeah, naturally with 10 gunshot wounds to the back to their backs.
No. This was actually one of the. This was one of the few couples that were part of a bloodline that actually got away with having a normal
Aw.
life. Anyway,
Sorry.
Atma.
Yeah, and I'm here to
I'm
fuck
not
it
sorry.
up.
I am not sorry.
Anyway, Atma then looks over to Luna, and you.
If you've got a great bow, that'd be great, but I could do with any bow.
Hmm.
How about an okay bow?
Wow.
That
You
was
just made that
Bow
joke.
you in the face.
That is uncalled for.
Atma looks at Luna with a somewhat apologetic smile on his face. I didn't realize that we would be having any ranged friends, so I don't really have anything.
Oh, that'll be fine. In that case, I shall take. Fuck. Why the fuck do I have a lot of shit that I can use? God damn it. What would be sword, I guess. Any sword. If we've got any left.
Well, I do have this, and he produces another short sword.
That'll be fine.
What one did I lock you to? What number did I lock you to, so I don't have to switch tabs again?
2.
Sweet.
Specifically, specifically because I set it to weapon 2.
Lovely. Piercing, D6. You are proficient with it, and it's a versatile weapon, so we're going to slap down your dex. Is that higher? Yeah, that one. That's the higher of the two. And then, sorry, I know I'm taking ages with this. I should have done more session prep, but it's fine. Everything is fine. Syntax error. Now it's a short sword. There you go.
We have 10 people, right?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. Then I've drawn everyone.
Okay.
Unless you want to include your
Eddie.
assistant team. Okay, so
Oh, they're also human.
yes, all of them
Yes, okay. I will include them. I forgot about them.
are. Raxus takes a warhammer. Leon ends up taking a harp of all things.
Right,
Great
he's a
weapon.
bard! Oh.
Yes,
Uzok,
he
I'm gonna have
is.
to give an axe to.
Can't be bothered to look for the images, so I'm just going to use the icon that I can see on Roll20 as a reference image.
I can
Do you
literally
I have a
just
want to
send
send
it
it
to you,
to
right?
you? It's right here.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
Can I still use aim with a short sword?
Yes, unless it specifies that it is bow only.
That's it. It doesn't specify bow only, so fuck yeah.
Well, there you go.
I'm gonna double check the class page.
It's fine. Just take my word for it. And if the DM fucks up, it's all good.
It doesn't mention it anywhere. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
The DM never dies, so
The
Joke's on you.
The DM wishes, but no, I'm not gonna make that joke.
Oh dear.
That's a bit
Oh,
too dark for today.
Oh,
Anyway. Moving swiftly onwards. So, Uzok ends up picking up a rather large axe with a big smile on his face. Oh god. Okay, so whilst I'm definitely not taking the time to code the weapon for Xanis, Nolan, Kay, and Aurelus. You now have some degree of weaponry on you. Now you need to plan out your next move. Where are you going from here? What can you do from here? What do you want to do from here?
Under me.
do we know where the heirloom is roughly?
Maybe ask.
We know that it's been studied.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Asthma. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my
Atma.
I was being disrespectful.
I didn't say it out loud.
Smiles. I'm being disrespected. No. So Atma turns to you. Well, how does one put it? We've definitely figured out where it is, the thing that you're after. However, it's inside a reactor, currently being used to power part of the city.
Power.
So essentially, once you remove it from its protective casing, it will proceed to explode.
Oh,
So
that
we've
sounds
got to go
great.
quickly.
So once you take it out, you will essentially have to flee for your lives. Because go figure, removing something of structural importance is not a good idea. But
Should I
this is
teleport back
necessary.
here from in there?
Do we destroy the whole town if we do this?
All very good questions, none of which are going to really get a proper answer. Because you see, the actual reactor that one is attached to is not, in fact, attached to anything necessarily important. It fuels... The power produced by that reactor fuels Tempiel Corp's entire facility. You know that massive ass building right at the top up there?
Yeah.
And he points out a window to basically this massive building that is looming over the whole city. It powers that entire complex. So, simply put, you wouldn't be doing anything bad if you were to blow it up in the process. At least you won't hear me or anybody else living underneath that monstrosity complaining. Bit of an eyesore, I must admit. But no, simply put, if you're going up there, you're not going to be able to just walk straight in. Although, go figure, I really hope you didn't think it was just going to be a case of waltzing on in there. If you did, then I have severely overestimated your intelligence.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Xanish just looks at Pentum with some very hostile side-eye.
What?
Just because you're right doesn't necessarily mean you need to point it out to everybody else. And Xanis is saying this through gritted teeth, so that the person adjacent does not overhear.
Visible confusion.
Yeah, that's pretty much what's on Atma's face right now, as he's trying to figure out why everybody's talking in low, hushed tones.
We could have secrets.
Anyway,
So, how would what should we aim to do to even be able to enter?
well, the whole building itself is kept under quite the intensive layer of security, where we will have to essentially have the same level of access as the company president.
And where would we find this company president?
Well, that's the hard part. You see, because myself and my fellow team members have made a little bit of a name for ourselves, he's not exactly the most accessible.
So... you scared him into hiding?
Yes, pretty much. It's not so much hiding, per se. More, I would prefer to not have a hailstorm of bullets fired in my general direction.
Understandable.
But the good news is that we have figured out a certain something that he probably doesn't want us finding. And that is the fact that he is hosting a very exclusive event in his in a private party, if you will, to celebrate the recent revolutionizing of our lovely healthcare system here.
Oh, that's a recent thing.
No, they just changed the odds of actually being able to, ever get it.
When did this loot box system thing come into place?
Years ago. It wasn't implemented for the sake of the people, it was implemented for the sake of Tempeal Corp being able to get an extra few coins.
Has it always been this bad here? Has it always been this bad here?
Yep. Ever since they closed the borders down years ago.
Okay, so we gotta get inside this pie.
Mhm.
How do we do that?
Well, simply put, there is a trade that goes on between the higher-ups of this society. For you see... How would I explain it?
I don't know where this is going.
One of the reasons why you've been made to look like humans instead of being brought over in your traditional states is because you would be seen as an exotic pet for trade. And Atma raises his eyebrows as though to kind of give across the point that basically you would be sold off.
Oh,
Yes.
that's horrible.
Oh, I thought they just wouldn't let us in.
No, because
That's so much worse.
as far as the rest of the world, at least this location is aware, nothing exists off of this island. It is just sprawling flatlands and, well, simply put, the world outside of Tempiel is nothing but lifeless, barren, feral wasteland, if you will.
So these people stay in power because they're protecting these poor innocent souls from the cruelty of the outside world and keeping them safe in this little safe haven of life, I guess.
Yep.
That's fucked up.
Well, we live in a society.
So I'm guessing the people that arrange this stuff
Mm-hmm.
do know everything else exists.
Yes. Tell me, have you ever heard of a place called the Abyssal Depths?
No.
Mm-hmm. Haven't we?
Have we?
Yes, you've been told that there
Have.
is. You have been told of
yes.
the depths of the abyss itself.
Rings a bell.
Simply put, that used to be the other half of the Feywild. Until Tempiel Corp essentially tried to drag Magitech into the Feywild alongside basically forcing Seed's hands to test some things, and ended up destroying half the Feywild in the process. That's why the Abyssal Depths now exist.
Oh, that's why you were so worried about this place. I'm just gonna look at Nolan.
Norland just looks very displeased, and doesn't meet Pendon's eye contact, but gives him some rather annoyed side eye.
It's getting so much side eye today.
And he does not give a shit.
Sounds like you need to woo the company president, Penton. We're counting on you and your wooing skills.
Atma turns around
That's
to
an
Alec.
option, I guess.
Well, it's funny you should say that. Because this company party that's being thrown, they have hired some exotic dancers. What we are planning to do
Uh-oh.
is replacing, well, either adjoining ourselves to that event and stealing it, or should the performers not be able to continue at that point, we may have to have somebody step in for them.
Not
But
me.
that's unlikely to happen. So what we've got to figure out is how to get Yule from here to up there. And by that, I mean, we're currently in the slums, right?
Yes.
We have to figure out how to get all of you up onto the plate to even get close to the building.
How does one normally get there?
You don't.
Paying. I'm good. Okay.
No, Lu. And it's Luna, right? Your
Yeah.
organizer gave us a rough idea. It is potentially possible to get up there via paying, but it's maintaining that amount of money that's unlikely. Once you're poor forever. At least that's how they put it around here.
Huh.
I'm guessing you're equally as horrified by what this place is like.
Still taking it all in, but
Yeah, just a little bit.
my skin's crawling. I'm
Batman
not sure
nods.
if that's the literal feeling of my powers draining away from me, or just utter horror at the things that I'm hearing.
Well, both are plausible. So what you need to do is not only find a way of getting up onto the plate, but then trying to get in contact with one of the other resistance members who has managed to make a small hideaway up there. Get in contact with him, and then hopefully we can sneak you into the event. Get the president's keycard, you can get into the reactor to take this weapon of yours, and then escape. But as for getting up onto the plate, we currently don't really have much idea of how to do it.
Well,
Without
when I said
causing
how
delays.
does one normally, I meant how do those that do exist on the plate get up there?
Be born into money, or luck out?
But we could pretend to be born into money.
I imagine seems to be with most sort of, I guess, rich arsehole societies, the people that defend them and protect them usually aren't of that breed and normally live down here with the rest of us.
No, actually.
No?
There is a organization they have called Soldier.
So,
They're elite, they're personal military. Yes, Temple Corp has enough money to make its own militia that it keeps above the plate. And that may be where Madame over there, and Atma nods to Alice, could potentially be a way in. Seeming as she's capable of wielding the swords that they normally distribute out.
I can disguise us as soldiers. Or how do the soldiers normally get up there? Is it some sort of keycard? Is it a big lift?
Normally by identifying themselves or initiating.
Initiating.
Atma shrugs. I've not got a clue what they mean by initiating, but I presume it's essentially like a clocking in.
Clocking in.
So they would have to... I think how it works is they address the guards at the gate and are let through. But I think that would only that'd only get one of you through, not all of you. Unless you could somehow organize a situation to get all of you in.
Do they have ways of detecting magic at these gates?
No.
Because we can cloak everybody else and just let one person in.
Good luck trying to get all of you through at the same time with the speed that those doors close at.
Well, we could get a few of us through, and then the others wait around for someone else to go through and follow them, and then...
Do they close automatically?
Atma nods. Yes.
Okay,
So,
you
I
couldn't
will-
dilly-dally in customs, essentially.
No. I will let you discuss it amongst yourselves. I need to go and double check that one of the rest of my team is on their way back. And with a rather silent mumbling, he ends up recasting his illusory spell to disguise himself and leaving you all in the room, but relocks the door behind him so you can't leave.
Oh, okay. Rude.
Discuss or else.
So Xanis looks at
Okay.
everybody with a little bit of a frown on his face. So, how do we go about this? How? I don't know.
Well, my first thought is steal someone who is deemed worthy. Well, get someone who's deemed worthy and steal their identity.
Or can we can't make people invisible and then sneak them through?
That was one of the things we were discussing.
Hey, speaks
Yeah,
up here. I mean, yeah, Alice's idea sounds good.
Alice fully stole that
I-
idea from Penton, but yes.
I do
Hey,
not have
here's one.
anything
Yes,
like
Alice very
that.
much
So I'm
did fully
assuming
steal that idea
Penton
from
does.
Penton.
Oh, I could turn people into frogs.
Kay looks at Alex.
It'd just be a less exotic pet at that point.
I mean...
Yeah, so you could carry a
I mean-
frog in like your backpack or something, and then... Oh my god, that could actually work. Hold on.
I
was
have greater
joking.
vanish, which means that I can make people invisible and what they're carrying.
I have seeming. I can
And what
make
you're
you
carrying,
all
so
witch
including
people.
the frogs. So we only need one person, and everyone else can be a frog. Okay. One person needs to steal someone else's identity. Everyone else is invisible or a frog.
Or one person could carry all of our cool weapons, you know, while they're invisible.
Yep.
I mean, I have a spell that can transform all of us at will. So we can appear in every single way to be of an upper echelon. Deemed worthy to be on the plate, and we can just say that we were visiting the slums for entertainment.
Xanis frowns a little bit. I don't know if that's a good idea, but
It's just an idea. I'm not saying we have to.
I mean, the problem is if they try to make us pay a toll to get back
Does
up.
Tempeal have its own currency, or is our guild
your
good
guild,
here?
as this is spoken as DM, your guild would still be considered legal tender. However, the point that Luna just made is very much correct. If they do ask you to pay a toll, the amount of guild you're currently carrying on your person is severely limited because the magic connection between your coin pouches and your banks, or quote-unquote banks, is dented by a noticeable amount.
I didn't know that was a thing in the first place.
Well, yeah, because it's a magic coin pouch. How else do you think you carry like millions of gil on your person at one time?
I thought we only had a few thousand, right? Yeah, I've only got 15,000.
Yeah, some people are carrying more than that because they forget to.
Some people
Also-
are Penton.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Not wrong.
Whoa, I have 494,000 gil.
Oh, also, Alice, I don't know if this would be good, like, clout. Like, you're the daughter of Diana Powers. Would they even know
That would be a really bad thing, actually.
that would be
Do not do
bad?
that.
Okay.
I feel like
It's not like, oh, a foreign
Because-
princess or whatever. It would be,
Well,
it
No,
would
if
be
we
because
need
bad.
to get
foreigners don't
access-
exist, Alec!
Guys.
Specifically because of seed.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if we need
Oh,
to get
yes.
access, why don't we forge documents? Perhaps we say we're from some kind of embassy.
I can do that.
You can have you seen Tempeal documents?
No,
Like,
but
the
I'm sure someone
proper
has.
ones?
I am exceptionally
Because, like,
good
if you
at forging new
want to
identities.
copy,
It's
like,
kind
a
of my
document...
entire thing.
Yes, well, Penton has spoken very confidently that he's able to, so I'm sure that he
Okay.
can do it. And we have some false records of our own.
Oh, right. Okay. So... fake
shot.
records, we
Maybe everyone
pretend to be
remembers
super
one thing
rich
one day.
from somewhere else. And... no frogs.
So this will be me tabbing in to try and figure out where people are at.
But we have false record.
Yes, you have false records because how do you think you got into the island in the first place? You have documentation that would be considered legal within Tempeal, so you could
Use that. Okay.
use that to forge documents using Penton's charlatan nature or
Nice.
charlatan background. You can go with your frog idea if you think that you can figure out a way through the sewer system to get up to the top.
No. I meant, like, someone would be
Making a-
carrying a frog in, like, in their backpack, like, secretly.
That can also be done.
Because... And it'd be like, oh, that's my pet, Swampy. I don't... You know?
Yep, I am open to any idea that you guys collectively think is a smart move.
Okay, on the words of the disguises, if we do have to pay, I can think of people who would not have to pay because they physically can't. And that's maintenance
Shall
people.
we? Oh.
people that upkeep stuff, things like plumbers, things like electricians, stuff like that, they won't have a lot of money because they're working class people. But they have to get up there because someone has to fix shit. But they certainly wouldn't be allowed to live
True.
up there.
Alec for electrician.
Electrician, yay.
Electrician.
Electrician.
That's a fucking great line.
So who wants to be window washers?
I'm electrician.
Sure, you can be an electrician.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm electrician.
Electrician.
I will.
Can I
will
be
forge
Alice
your
Christian?
documents and I
Ooh,
will
should we
call you
have fake
electrician,
names?
the
No.
electrician.
So, roughly, what idea do you guys want to aim more for? Just so I'm gonna kind of prod you guys to help you develop an idea, because you have pretty much any means that you want to tackle this problem. There is not necessarily a correct answer. In terms of, I don't have a specific means that you are meant to get from the slums to on the plate. However, there are obviously incorrect ideas like trying to just charge in, etc. So basically,
Okay, we
don't
have
make stupid decisions and you'll be fine.
I think we got electrician. Penton can forge some documents.
Who wants to be a frog if
And
they want to?
maybe those of us who might be obviously noticeable should be invisible. Like, I'm not saying people would recognize me, but
I would say the people that aren't very convincing should be invisible.
I think I have a deception proficiency. Poop. Deception. Where is it?
For Alice,
Yeah,
can
that's pretty good.
become-
I'm good. I'm electrician. Okay, I am the electrician.
So,
Yeah.
electrician is
Soldier.
your way.
Mhm.
We could get.
oh, sorry, go ahead. My bad.
Oh, I was just if we could get Alice to get into position of being a soldier member.
Yes, so that is something I do want to point out, is that, in theory, you have a way of guaranteeing that one of you gets in. Because Alice can get through that main gate if she plays the part of being one of the members of Soldier properly. It's figuring out how to get the other 12 of you through. Why?
I could give
I tried
Alice.
putting Hitman in the sky. That's the first thing that came up.
I could give Alice mop before. No, I can't give mop.
Give her a mop. Yeah,
You-
she'll be a plumber.
No. Penton. How long does Mog last?
Mog lasts until you
Yeah.
discharge it, but
Okay, so you could give her Mog for the time.
Whilst you guys have been figuring this out, I don't think anybody's had a look at the character tokens yet, have they?
Nope. Now I am looking at the character
mine
tokens.
only
Yep.
lasts for
What?
28 minutes.
Have you noticed that something has changed?
Nope.
No, it looks the same, mate. Do we need to
Look at your
refresh?
HP.
What about my HP? Yeah, it's lower.
Oh, yeah, we know that.
Yes, I have
Is that it?
I have updated your tokens to be correct to how much health you have.
Cool.
Everything there is sorted and correct now. So when I copy and paste everything.
So, Alec, how does it feel being single digits in HP again?
Nobody's
I have 400 HP actually, which is only slightly lower than I normally.
The irony.
But only at 442. Shit.
The irony is that the lowest health person
Okay.
here right now is K.
Yeah.
Hey,
She's become glass again.
She's like 100 and something, I bet.
I can actually show this now. I've worked all this out beforehand, but this is what HP pools are looking like. Bing noise in 3, 2, 1.
306.
Bing.
So that's what health pools are looking like.
No.
We can try technically multiple plans simultaneously.
Oh god.
So
We can get Alice in, and then we can go with the disguise option,
Yeah.
and then combine the disguise option with the invisible option, so that when the disguise people are going through, the invisible people can go through.
Yeah, we
Essentially,
just got to
you only have to
choose
use
Because I
who.
can
one
certainly
option.
kick up a fuss and delay stuff long enough for people to get through.
We've just got to choose who's other than me being an electrician and Alice being a soldier, who's invisible or slash froggy. You know,
Yeah, so
who
I think I
who-
have.
let me ask this now: is Alice going through the gate as a member of Soldier? Are you guys setting that as
Yeah.
something that you're going for? Okay.
we think so.
Just because I'm gonna put this down in my notes now, so I know who is going where. So the group has settled on sending Alice through that gate as a member of Soldier and hoping that she doesn't somehow manage to expose herself.
Just don't
So-
speak Alice like at all.
So
Okay, I'll
everyone
be quiet the
else-
whole time.
Everyone else, what's the plan here? Genuine question. So you've got one of you through. What are you doing before the other 12? For the other 12.
You said about sewers.
Mm-hmm.
How tricky would that be?
I can't tell you that because that is information you do not have. You are not currently privy to.
You say the sewers, but when you come up, you're gonna smell absolute dog shit. People
Yes.
go, "Oh, you've been through the sewers, mate. What's wrong with you?"
If we're in the play and you've got like actually shit on you, I think people are gonna notice.
People
Yeah.
will notice if you're a frog too.
I gotta look like an aristocracy. I got like
Frogs are just
Fine.
frogs. A person in shit with shit doesn't belong there. A frog could belong there if it belongs to a rich
There's a thing
person.
called a shower.
Sorry, I just read something. Nailed it.
Ryan,
Anyway,
not
so
during session.
the last 12 of you, please formulate a plan.
You said it
Lupus,
was
the last
You said the gate
most
was too
of the
quick to sneak
12
people through.
are you.
Okay. Well, most of the options that have been presented so far, Kay is with the idea of trying to get Alice to go through as Soldier. She... Right, okay, so Xanis and Uzok... Sorry, Xanis, Uzok, Leon and Throk are kind of going towards the idea that Penton suggested of trying to basically filter through as people of a working nature that have been called to the top. Maraxus is kind of liking the idea of trying to get through using false documents. Nolan's not really said much, he's just thinking. And Kay suggests the following idea. Well, if we're sending Alice through as Soldier, we could try and get a few of us to go through with her. Be it like a bodyguard assignment, or
Assistance.
potentially have us taken through as prisoners, or detained people that they're taking up to the plate for interrogation.
I would love nothing more than to take Penton through as my prisoner.
Kay looks over to Alice.
I am not going through as your prisoner.
I mean, I think we should ask.
Atma.
What's the name? Atma.
But I like the prisoner idea. Although
We could
it
just
does
be
depend on
workers
whether
of various
From what?
kinds.
that does depend on whether our resident soldier is allowed to keep custody of them once they go through the gate, or if they're just transferred over to processing and get locked in a cell.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That'd be something you have to take the risk with.
Yeah.
So you'd have to be quite firm, Alice, and not allow them out of your sight.
Also,
Oh,
would they put
easy.
a prison on the plate? I feel like rich people would not want to live near a prison.
Tempeal Court has holding cells.
Ah, the court.
As in the building.
Uh-huh.
So you're being tried for crimes against Tempeal.
Or investigated for knowledge around X events.
Suspected magic users.
Depends on what angle you want to play. What angle you want to try and bluff it as.
Yeah, let's probably not put ourselves as possible suspects for a crime that we are actually guilty of. Like,
Okay.
let's just be if we go for that angle, do it like littering or something that we're not actually guilty of.
So then, it's sounding like we're stuck between the electrician and mandatory workers that have to go above the plate, or relying on Penton to create accurate false documents.
I think I
Wouldn't
prefer
the workers need documents?
the what? Yeah.
So, Penton, how long does it take you to make your documents?
Oh, that's a good point. I think it takes 24 hours.
Oh no.
For
Yeah, don't
just
the
one
workers
document.
don't the workers need documents too?
Some of them, yes. Some of them, no.
Like electrician?
I mean, we are in a enclosed space, and we do have a time mage that could probably speed me up.
Oh,
What? It'll be false identity, I believe.
I do have time shit. Hang on.
I didn't say. Wait.
Nope, that's not useful. Nope, nope,
It
nope,
doesn't
nope.
say.
So I would...
Lupus, how does shelter outside of time work?
Have a look for you. I just closed.
Creates a
all of
5
the
hit cube.
character sheets.
All targets within the space at the end will be transported to a temporary extra-dimensional place where time doesn't pass.
I would say that
It will transport
Since
you,
I'm
but
supposed to
not
be
the X.
adept at this. I would say probably take me a few hours.
For... It depends on how long the documents you want to
an
make
hour or
are.
so a document. Like a
So
person,
if
I
you're
mean.
trying to copy what is essentially a passport or a official licensing,
Well, it'll be a passport and a work visa.
okay, so give me 2 seconds because I fucked up and closed a bunch of sheets I shouldn't have. Where's Leon? There we go. Okay, so open the all spells page and it will be Amanusis.
Would haste just speed it up at all? Because you get double
No.
actions. I don't know. Not double. +2 actions. So does that help? Or does it...
As an electrician, Alec, you could probably get into the party, being the one setting up the lights and the sound system.
Possibly, yeah.
So,
Do I know how electricity works, though?
No.
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 None of... I'll clarify this now. None of you have... we've gone from medieval fantasy, maybe high fantasies like airships and stuff. Unless any of you have a craft proficiency, and that this is stretching it, if you don't have a high craft,
Okay.
Nope.
and you aren't an elemental spellcaster or any sort of knowledge with machinery from your own history, then no, you probably
But I do have high deception, which means I can pretend I know more than I do.
So,
In theory.
Yeah, they're not going to ask you to rewire this thing at the gate, unless something's broken, in which case you're fucked. But that's why I'm going in as either a plumber or a janitor.
Well, if that happens, I'll just say I'm really busy and needed somewhere else.
What, somewhere else other than the... Okay, somewhere else, I guess. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Like someone's house, I don't know.
So, we're gonna say roughly, for each document that Penton wants to create, be it for, you're going for a work visa and a permit, right? It's gonna take 2 hours to do half of you. So it'll be 4 hours total to do the whole lot of you.
Oh, that's
Okay.
fine, yeah.
So we are definitely all going through this plan then.
Yes,
Yep.
the only one of you that does not need documentation is Alice.
Okay. So we're not going
Hell
for the
yeah.
invisible plan at all.
Hmm?
We're not going for the invisible plan at all, just in case anyone who is low on deception gets questioned.
if anybody wants to speak up now, or forever hold your silence.
My deception is 2.
You should probably
either go in a group
Yeah.
with everybody else and have be spoken for, or go invisible.
It's so bad that you just rat all of us out as well.
Don't say
true.
that.
I never built Luna to be a liar, let's be honest here.
That was a boring one.
It's
Maybe you
true.
should've.
I don't belong here. I know that he, her, everyone in this joint.
Uh-oh.
Okay, what if we're all part of a business then? A plumbing business or a fucking window washing business or whatever, and we all just go in together.
Oh, I like the idea of that. So
No,
Leon
prob-
pipes up.
That would
Say,
Yeah.
probably be better than us just individually going in with different
With a
professions.
cleaning team.
well, if
Yes.
we all have, if you spend a few hours, like you said, if it takes about 4 or 5 hours for you to get everything permit written up, we're still going to need one for each of us anyway. But if we go in at the same time, Alice, like, we can send Alice ahead on her own, because if she can bluff her way through being a member of Soldier, the rest of us can sneak through, but it'll be a problem of trying to rendezvous together. Because I imagine they're going to send their Soldier members off to a different area, whereas we'll probably be working on some area of the plate, unless we somehow managed to bluff that we have been assigned to Tempiel Court directly.
I mean, everyone needs plumbers.
Well, yes, I gathered that. But that means that we have to figure out how to get to this little hiding place in disguise. So we could do it. But somebody's
Do you
gonna.
have any ideas?
Hmm?
Do you have any ideas, Neil?
Well, I do have one, but it's not exactly a good one.
There's no wrong ideas. Well, just say it.
Luna, you said you're not a very good liar, right?
No.
What if we send you in with Alice?
No, I'm getting nervous.
Hear me out. Alice, you are to bluff that... If you can, try and bluff that Luna here is a member of a rather prestigious family. Don't name what the prestigious family is, but you've caught their daughter trying to elope with a man from the slums. And you've brought her back and have been told to return her directly to her parents' manor. That way,
Okay.
we have no problems trying to get Luna through, and the rest of us can go through as cleaners, or... Yes, as cleaning staff for Tempiel Corp. And we've been called immediately to clear up a spillage of contaminant. Thoughts?
Sounds good. Don't shit
Okay.
yourself, Luna.
So,
Actually, you
Well,
could
to be
shit
fair, if
yourself.
you
That might
do
help.
shit
It came from
yourself,
the
they'll probably
slum.
let us through
That
even
just
quicker.
shows how
God.
bad the guy she was gonna date is.
Jesus
Well-
Christ.
you could try and you could try and pass it off as one of us. A saucy plumber.
A saucy plumber.
And this is where Meraxus pipes up and goes, "Hey, I could pull off something pretty good."
Ooh, we gonna do?
You could be a saucy
Your-
plumber.
What the fuck is the plunger? We can do your plunger. Mm.
Plunge.
Meraxus's expression kind of folds up a little bit as he's trying to not
Luna
laugh.
is very disgusted at this turn of conversation.
And Leon pipes up. Okay, so Penton, you jump on doing documents, and then Matt, it was quite late when we got here, so we'd probably have to do this tomorrow.
Oh, I don't want to clean toilets.
And Leon looks over to Throck. Don't worry, we're not going to.
We're not actually cleaning toilets then.
No,
Maybe.
Okay.
just keep that big mouth of yours, shush shush, and just follow my lead, yeah?
Right.
Same as when we were traveling together. Okay. Penton,
Love you.
and Leon's gonna go a little bit red in the face. Penton,
Yes.
if you could, start working on the documentation.
Of course.
The rest of us, I guess, sleep? And Xanis pipes up, yeah, sleep? Anybody?
Is it dark out?
Yes. As of this point, you can see from the windows, the little window hatches of the basement, that it is currently pitch black out.
Oh, sleep time.
Can I enter a trance instead of actually sleeping?
Are you
Because you are polymorphed as a human, no. You would
Oh,
have
this
to
fucking
sleep.
sucks.
Do we also not have dark vision?
No, you do not.
Oh,
Herbal tea.
Which is why I have stated that it is pitch black outside. The only people currently with dark vision are Alice and Rolus.
Why?
Wait, can I get one of those?
Because they're
fucking
still elves.
snapsticks.
Wait, they're
Glow
still elves.
sticks.
Yeah,
they
we
look
are still
human
elves.
enough. They look
Okay,
human
okay.
enough that they didn't need the rune. However, you can't exactly have a part elf, part dragonborn
Yeah.
wandering through the streets of Temple.
See,
Or
if
purple
we
guy.
had done this at low level, Luna could have gotten through because her wings wouldn't have popped out yet. But because she's a higher level, her wings are a thing.
I wouldn't have thought she would have been able to even without the wings, because the horns and her arms are still like that.
Yeah.
Just wear sleeves and a hat.
Let me tell you guys, these crisps I've got right now are amazing.
Don't
These
make me
silver ass scales that cover her hands.
Yeah, just
Okay,
like wear
so-
a habit or whatever it's called.
What?
A hobbit. Anyway.
Yeah, become the Hobbit from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, a habit is what monks wear.
So.
I don't think that would fit over the horns either.
Have you
No.
tried hard enough?
I'll put you through them instead.
Go on, then
Anyway,
that looks sexy.
the day of planning has concluded, and you settle down in this room. There are a couple of like large beanbag cushions, but this place is not exactly a comfortable rest. And so we get on to day 5 that you've been here, and now it's time. Atma has returned at some point and provides you all with a rather meager breakfast. But considering what some of the food that you walked past on the way here was like, you'll probably thank him for him later for your health being still decent. So you separate out into your groups, Alice and Luna,
God.
and then the
And
rest
everyone
of the
else.
group. You all have your appropriate documentation to get through.
Do we have any
And-
mops?
Do
You
I have
have-
to speak?
You do have cleaning supplies.
Toolkits.
Okay, good.
I have a question. What about our weapons? How are we getting them through?
You see, they have been hidden amongst your clothing.
Okay.
So basically, if you get asked questions, bluff, and hope you don't get full body searched, because that would be a bit awkward.
We do.
Oh,
Maybe the
no.
lie can be like, well, sometimes we have to go to the slums and they're a bit rough there, so we make sure we're prepared.
You are welcome to try that.
Maybe that's better than we.
Yo, with
I'm
me and
consuming
my
everybody to
two.
remove the weapons.
No.
So,
I'm consuming everyone to remove the weapons.
yep, if you want to do that.
I will do that.
Okay, so your weapons have been hidden via the seeming spell from Penton. Please consume the MP.
Okay.
I'm going to be quite I'm going to be quite up, metaphorically speaking, I'm going to be quite up your ass about making sure that you've calculated your MP usage right. Because remember, you are on a limited stock. I know, I am the worst. You're
Well, also, moment of greatness, everybody, because it doesn't make any... There's no verbal components to it, does it? I do it all in my mind.
yes, because you are max level illusionist. Yes.
Yes, so I will moment of greatness, everybody, as well, so they can double the DC.
Excellent.
Double the roll on their bluffs.
Double these.
Mog.
Not.
Heyo.
Oh, I will mop myself
Here's a mop,
as well
and here's a
before
mop.
we leave.
Don't hit yourself with a mop, Alec. No.
Can you mop your mop?
Also, have a mini heart, a mini heart attack as everybody disappears off the bottom of the screen.
Bro, I'm already having a heart attack over the situation.
So I'm guessing me and Leon are doing the talking.
You'll find out when you get there. So,
I would appreciate if I'm doing the talking.
I'm gonna remove 8 MP because I'm mopping myself.
I am Senor Deception, so...
So fucked.
Senor Deception, me Senor Performance.
Okay. Well, who else is
My
Senor
deception is like 30 or something.
So, the day
29.
has come,
So scared.
and I'm gonna roll a dice to see which. Actually, question: which group's going first? Luna and Alice.
Roll a dice, do it.
Do you guys care if I roll the dice decision?
Okay, let's do it.
Because I am absolutely shitting myself in the chair anyway.
Okay, Alice. Odds or
Okay.
evens?
Odds.
Odds. Okay. That is an even. So, the other group, the secondary group of for the cleaning company that is
Do we have a name?
no, but you start approaching the gate, inconspicuously dressed as various members of a cleaning crew, and you approach the gate where you are stopped by a member of what appears to be a member of a guard corporation. They have Tempiel Corp written all over their badges and whatever. And you notice that immediately most of the people here have not been wearing anything like over their faces. These people are wearing full-on helmets, like SWAT helmets, so you cannot see past like the. You're quite done.
Yes. That was me in character.
Okay. So you can't see their faces. It's like a bike helmet with a tinted front. So you approach and they stop you. Hold on a minute. What are you doing?
Dragged out of bed this time to do this stupid cleaning job because people up there just can't keep their shit clean. Here are the papers. Please make this quick.
So, of the two guards, the one that approaches, places his rifle butt down on the ground. Yes, that is the name of the back end of a rifle. I'm not just putting a butt on a gun.
Booty down.
Puts the butt of the gun down on the ground and takes the papers and starts flicking through them. You know, for somebody that's in the slums, you talk a lot of shit about people that live up on the plate.
Well, it's a dirty job. Someone's got to do it. I spend all of my time just rooting through shit. It's not exactly the most fun job.
Well, if you want, I could put a bullet between your eyes and stop you having to root through shit. Simple enough. If you're gonna complain about having to do a basic job.
Fair enough, sir. I'll be quiet.
That's what I thought. Oi! And he shouts out. The guy shouts over to the other guard. Fetch me my red stamp, will ya? And the guy walks off, comes back with a stamp with like a red ink block. And the guy stamps your permit and your visa and then hands it back to you, but doesn't stamp the rest of them. You have a good day now. I expect to see your lot out of here before sundown. Filthy slum folk. And the
Alright, I'll go up with my stuff, I
the
guess.
gate opens and Penton is let through. And Alec, you go up with your stuff because these papers were not handed in collectively.
What?
Because he's got to check each of your documents.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
Penton, do you wanna
I'll
check
say-
your documents beforehand?
I'll say, this will make it much easier if we all just get our stuff out and hand
Yeah.
it to you at once. Yeah?
Yeah. You could say
Yeah,
that,
okay.
but I'm going to check each of these documents because that's what I'm paid to do. Also,
Of course.
he takes your documents to start scanning through them. Penton, do you want to look at your papers before I forget?
Sure.
You look at the stamp. He has invalidated your permit, so you will not be allowed back up here again. He has purposefully sabotaged your paperwork, so you are basically now given a one-time transit. Once you leave, you will not be allowed back in. He's basically just, if you were an actual cleaner here, he's just destroyed your entire career.
For being a dick. Yeah.
So the guard is looking through Alex's paperwork. Yeah, simple enough. There you go.
Okay, thank you, sir.
That's what I like to hear from you slum people. Off you go. Next. Who's approaching? Orion, do you have the goal to approach? Or are you
Do
gonna
I
let the
have
others
the
go
goal to
first?
approach? I'll let one more person go before me.
So Kay goes up next. She's quiet, she hands the papers over. She gets through. Next.
What time of day is it?
Early morning. We're talking like 6, 7 a.m.
Okay. Good morning, sir.
Hello?
That's all I have to say while he checks my paperwork.
The paperwork is taken, he checks through it. Takes a look at it. Takes a look at you. Takes a look at it. Takes a look at you. Now hang on a second.
Mm.
I don't like your handwriting.
You know what? That's completely understandable. My mother, she did not like me handling a pen sometimes. But you know what? I'll take that feedback into consideration.
Smart words. You're born to use your arms and legs for cleaning, not to use your brain for thinking. You have a
Exactly.
great day. And
You too, sir.
He signs your paperwork off. You go through, and you're all waiting on the other side for everybody else to come through. Uzok comes through. Nolan comes through. And there's a quiet moment. Throck comes through. Praxis comes through. And Aurelius comes through. And the door closes.
Is that everyone? Or what, other than Alex and Luna?
So as you take a head count, you notice that Xanis and Leon are not amongst you.
Balls.
I should also point out that your telepathy stone is not working,
I figured.
if it wasn't immediately obvious.
Mm-hmm.
So, Alice and Luna, you start making your way up, having given it about half an hour to pass. I'll come back to the rest of the group, don't worry. And you notice you spot Leon and Xanis making their way back to the tavern. Neither of them have said anything, but they're missing paperwork.
Oh,
But you can't acknowledge them because you are a member of Soldier and an escort, or being a person being escorted, not an escort in that context. So you can't really acknowledge them, but they both give you some slightly awkward looks of uh-oh. And you approach the gate. The guard looks over at Alice. Well, hello there. Nice sword.
good morning. I'm escorting this child through to the palace, back to their parents. Naughty child.
Interesting. Do share the tea. We got plenty of time today. I've just had the joys of rejecting two sneak-ins. Well, I say sneak-ins. I just didn't like the way they spoke to me. Just felt like it.
You had sneak-ins again.
Well,
Gosh, this happens all the time, doesn't it?
I reckon they weren't sneak-ins. I just didn't like them.
Yeah, don't let them through.
So, what's this young lady been up to then?
I got a call from, the boss.
Yeah.
They were, as per usual, they were like, "Oh, child's gone missing again." So, was wandering around the slums, and guess who I found? She was running around with the other kids. Not the nice kids, you know what I mean.
Terrible.
Getting
Well,
up to trouble, mischief of all kinds.
I will let you through then. You get that kid back. You know what? You there. I'll hold your horses. I want to memorize your face. And he gets like right up in your face, like your noses almost touch as he's looking at you. Yeah, I'm gonna remember that face.
Definitely remember that kid's face.
I'll see you around here again.
That kid. See ya. Bye.
And both Alice and Luna make it through the gate without a problem. And after a little while, you end up reconvening with the other group. However, you are 2 people short. So you've all gathered together, a safe distance away. Obviously.
Yo, the cleaning crew.
I've never felt so sick in my life. Oh my god.
Well, we can't exactly go back and then go through again, because that will be really suspicious. So we will have to just hope that they find some way through, and maybe go to the safe place and maybe cast sending and see what we can do.
I
say this quietly, by the way. I'm like,
I definitely can't. That guard's gonna remember my face, considering how bloody close he was to it.
I could technically go back through.
Yes, you could. That's good.
But
You could
yeah,
go back through and suggest that there's been a mix-up, and those particular runners were very skilled workers, and they are actually required.
But I could take them through as prisoners.
But they've already been rejected by the same guard, who saw them as workers.
They've been rejected for being suspicious. But if the soldier is taking them through to take them to trial.
No, just say like, they really need the extra hands. Sorry about this. We'll things like that.
Having personally spoken to the guards about them. Sorry?
Because he'll recognize them as not prisoners. Because he's the one that rejected them. He even made a big deal about the fact that it was funny that he rejected them when there was nothing wrong with their papers. He wouldn't buy that they're suddenly prisoners.
Then I can go through and take them with me as prisoners and be like, look, these guys, they're mega sus, so we're going to take them up to the higher court.
You could try that, I suppose.
We could say that they could be responsible for committing a potential crime. And then I'll take them through. This could work.
Perhaps. But we should wasn't there someone from the Yiffies up on the plate? We should probably convene with them.
So during this point, Kay pipes up. Yeah, it's probably gonna be worth us going to the rendezvous point. I'm sure they'll be able to make their own way up here. And if we don't find them, well, they know where the other They know where Atma is, so they can
Yeah.
figure out.
Yeah, we're
we
not
saw them heading
gonna.
back. We saw them
sorry.
heading back to the tavern thing when we
Okay.
were heading up towards the gate.
Yuzok looks visibly distraught, and I imagine the same with Throck, because they've been separated from their brains. It's a joke. But
Oh.
I'm being serious. I can go back in and get them.
Yeah, but first
Let-
we'll rendezvous.
Yeah.
Okay, let's head there.
so
Rendezvous.
The only way I see
Rendezvous.
the Alice plan
Such a
working
hard
is
word.
if those particular cleaners were suggested because a team was requested and they were short because of one guard doing a stupid thing, which the higher-ups would not be happy about.
Yeah, possibly. That would work, I think. Anyway, we are going to the place. DM, we are walking.
okay, so you're making your way to the rendezvous point.
Yes.
And as you're making your way there is far less advertisement here. However, there are a lot more of this area looks very middle class. And the closer you get to the Temple Court building, it looks much more upper class the closer to the building you get. And it, like, any of the price, like, it's a lot more quiet up here. Luna, is it like a brain cell? Like, for a moment you kind of like move one of the earmuffs off, just because Yuzok comes up to you and points out that it's quieter, and it is silent. It is like being back home in the forest. It is just nice and quiet. There's just the breeze and movement of like some artificial looking trees. That's about it.
Okay.
But as you're making your way there is that very uncomfortable feeling that you're missing two. Not only are you missing two people, you have no idea what situation they're in. But you find the rendezvous point. And standing, and like he drops down from behind you as you're walking through the alley that you've been told to wait in. You're the people, right? Yep.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
Put your hand back
Perhaps.
in your chest, love. Are you the people?
I
Yes.
assume so.
Good. Okay.
I'd hope so.
Jump.
Jumps.
Jump.
You jump. The people who decided to jump immediately on being told to are sprang shot into the air, and you end up landing in this small, like, nested alcove that's been built between two buildings.
I also wanted to jump, but my mouth was full of toffee.
Valid. But then you're basically standing in some hollowed out derelict buildings that are they look like somebody started building them, but they've stopped bothering halfway through because of the elements, and then they've condemned it, but they've not set a date when it's being destroyed.
Yay.
Well, pleasure to meet you all. And you are met face to face with what appears to be some sort of hollow fox? But he has a very scarred looking face, as though something were not literally but metaphorically ripped out of his body. And placed in this room is this interesting looking piece of crystal. Well, my name's Roy. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, Roy. The name's Benton.
And you change.
Simply put, we're gonna have a little bit of an interesting time, because it's not just how do I put it? We've managed to recently recover this, and he waves his hand to the weird-looking crystal. There's like it's a pretty significantly sized crystal in the room. we recently managed to recover this. And it's a, it's a magicite. It's basically what, and K pipes up. Fuck. K pipes up in
You right there, Kay?
Oh god, that magicite poison's sitting in fire.
Kay's dying!
K pipes up. Oh, I know this. It's it's magicite. And that's basically the essence of a dead god.
That's a word that of a blah blah blah.
Okay.
And there are several smaller ones as well. Okay, so how do I explain this? Magitech is not run off of machinery alone. They use something called magicite, which is essentially the crystallized essence of a magic being killed with their machinery. They have harvested previous lives of gods and magic creatures that we normally take for granted, and well, these are made. And she waves a hand to the magicite. But that big one over there? Yeah. Do any of you want to make an Arcana check?
Oh, yes. I am the guy to make an Arcana check. Right now.
Dude.
Could, but I doubt it would get me anywhere with the fight.
Where is my... This is the die for it.
Do it, no balls.
Boom. Okay.
Okay, I'll do it.
That's,
Everyone's 6. I don't have any of my dice with me.
That's a 41.
Yeah, I'm not surprised about that.
The mage.
You got a 41, I got a 14.
Okay. So,
Hee
for those of you that rolled, can I just take your results for a moment, please? So, Luna was
41.
14, 41. Did anybody else roll an Arcana check?
No.
Nope. Okay.
41 wasn't enough, then I don't think anyone's
So,
gonna get anything.
Luna, start with you.
Yeah.
So you actually succeeded the initial boundary. You recognize that this piece of magicite is of the lightning element, but you can't really figure out much more from that because it is literally just an interesting green gemstone with a red sphere in the center of it. Alec, on the other hand, because you have a much more intensive knowledge of the arcane, you recognize this to be a piece of summon magicite. But that is about as far as you can get from that knowledge. So you figured out it's a lightning, between the two of you, lightning, and then Alec, you figured out that it is something based around summoning.
Okay, I'll communicate that with everyone else. So, what does it... Can you use it, or, like, just without machinery?
Roy shakes his head. Unfortunately, not something that any of us can use. At least not without insight and consequences. Will accelerate your magitech poisoning. This
Okay.
This one in particular was, well, an offshoot of one of Rama's
Alright.
workers. It's just there we go. I've got the name for it. This is one of the past lives of Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl. Okay, good. I'm glad you've spelled it. Quetzalcoatl.
And well, unfortunately, guy ended up reincarnating on this island. Didn't exactly survive long. Well, they figured
Worst
that one out.
place to reincarnate.
Yeah, it turns out taking a random selection and landing on this island ain't exactly the greatest place to land on. Anyway,
So this is something we could use in like a emergency awful scenario.
potentially, yeah, but it will massively
Okay.
accelerate your poisoning.
So someone who doesn't use much magic, it would probably be better for.
Looks at Throck.
Well,
The only non-spellcaster.
does that mean I can use this stuff freely?
Roy looks at Throck. Very much, big fella. See,
I've never done magic before.
benefits of some of us that aren't capable of using magic is we can survive in these areas a lot longer without the poisoning.
So do I not get poisoned?
Yes, you do,
Oh.
but
But you don't notice it.
it takes years rather than days. So you could probably be wandering around here for what, better part of about 30, well, closer to 20 years before it permanently seals off your magic ability.
Well, I don't have any magic.
Well, there you go.
So I just never be able to.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
You'd also lose the capacity for your other abilities.
Well, I'm worried. There's two of us that didn't make it through.
Roy looks surprised and looks at the rest of the group. What, you're too short?
Yeah.
Yup.
Hmm. And
My precious little cotton tail's not here.
sorry, that's really cute. Okay. Speaking as Throck, I'm gonna put the mic a little closer so
Am I not coming through?
you're a little.
You are
quieter.
coming through.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't make sense because Throck's quite loud. Throck doesn't know how to
Yeah.
regulate his volume.
Silly Throck.
Silly.
What,
Throck.
silly?
Your husband's dead. Potentially. Silly. No.
Jesus Christ.
Not
Sorry.
dead, Looper.
I think how noise cancelling are those doors? For all we know on our end, they could have been shot.
Yeah, the doors themselves are very much noise cancelling. You bitch!
Let's hope Throp doesn't realise that. Okay.
Doesn't realise what? You hide
Nothing.
things from me. I'm scared.
Aww.
I don't see it.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Yuzak ends up going and sitting with Throck, and the two of them end up just mutually worrying. And you're excused. Roy turns to the rest of your group. So whilst those two are having a little bit of a panic in the corner, your friends, they don't happen to be purple-haired, short. The other one's kind of short, but red-haired.
oh,
What have they done?
yes.
Warrior, why?
They here?
Not for much long. Anyway,
How do you know? Are they here?
Roy points out the window.
Oh, why do I think I'm about to
I
see it
want to
through the
look
next
out the
door?
window.
I'm gonna look out the window. What do I see? Something fun?
I use my
Yes.
zoom function in my eyes.
So you see the very clear visage of two young men, one purple-haired, one red-haired, that are
They are under arrest.
no, they're making their way down the road with some shopping bags.
Who, us?
But you're at a far enough distance that you can't really make them out that well. Like Luna, you can see them really well, but you can't make out any defining features from this distance. You can just
Yeah.
you spot them out from the crowd.
Oh god, is this the definition of middle class if they pose as personal shoppers?
Personal assistants, yeah.
Would you like to pursue these people?
Yes.
Who?
Are they split? Are they split off?
No, these two are walking together. And, I ask who?
And then who's going?
Yes, because you can't
I
all just
imagine all
leave.
of us. Why not?
Because you would basically be a large group, basically following two people, which society, not only in this society, but also that's going to draw a lot of attention in on you both.
Do they look to be distressed in any way? Do they look like they are
You
struggling?
cannot make that out from this distance.
Well, they're
You
holding
lit-
shopping bags and
you-
they're not under arrest, so I think we
Yeah.
can leave them and let them make their own way here.
They're not walking towards the place. They have the directions. They know the directions, but they are not walking towards you.
I don't think.
Maybe I should go after them?
Are they? Hang on 1 second. Are they within? I think 120 feet. Is that what message is?
No, they're not within that range.
Okay. Are they? Could I cast sending? Or would that? We're in a little hidey place.
Mm-hmm.
They're not.
Yeah, but it would just when they hear it, they would just talk out loud, probably, which is not that weird considering they're standing next to each other.
If you want to do that, you certainly can.
Okay, I will sending to Xanis. Hey, are you guys okay? We're at the place and we can see you out the window. You can reply to this message.
Does sending have a verbal component?
Yeah,
Yep.
you have to like speak.
That's,
the
yeah,
words
you have to
and
say it
No,
out
you
loud.
cannot
Yeah, you'd
reply
have to
it.
not only say it out loud, but you'd have to say the name of the spell when you're casting it. Because all of the spells in this system have a verbal and somatic component.
Ask him to give a thumbs up if he's okay.
Okay, so give a thumbs up if you're okay.
Okay. The two figures have rounded a corner.
Fuck.
By the
Come
time
on.
by the time you finish your
So-
sentence, these two figures have gone round the corner.
I should go after them.
Okay, Alice, you go after them.
I'm off. I'm going. I'm going.
Approaching people in the mid, or an apparent soldier member approaching people in the street would be a bit alarming.
It's
I
not
don't
that
know about
weird.
you.
It'd be like, hey, what are you guys doing around here? Like,
You would draw more
It's not that
attention to them.
Okay, is anybody going with?
No, I'm not.
Understandable.
Unless I redisguise myself, I can't.
You can redisguise yourself.
I'm currently a
still
fucking
human.
plumber, man.
Yeah. I would imagine that you had taken your disguises off upon arriving here.
why is my token up there? That's so weird.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Refresh the page.
Oh, was that the window? Was I at the window?
If I'm no longer wearing the disguise, then I'll go after him.
Hang on. Stop. Move your token back up to where it was.
Okay.
Just refresh your page because I've been organizing tokens so that you can see who's with who. But it's just
Oh, okay.
flipped. It's thrown a little bit of a temper tantrum. There we go. Okay, so is Alice going alone?
I
have to
guess
ask-
if no one else is coming.
Yeah, I have to ask this now because if nobody else says anything, Alice is leaving this location alone.
Maybe
I'm
I'll
not sure
go
it's a good idea
with.
for any of
I
us
don't
to
know.
go, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not entirely sure it's a good idea for any of us to go, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, so Alice is going alone.
Okay.
Right, so Alice,
Sure.
if you leave this location alone.
And to look at the chat, please. Please,
What?
So Alice,
please.
there's the magical reminder of some interesting information.
A magical reminder from an invisible Milo pigeon.
Yeah, Alec was told. Actually,
Yes.
there was a whole scene. Yeah, Alec knows.
Yeah, this is an established thing amongst everybody. This is
Yeah.
common
Except for
information.
Orion and Luna.
Amaryllis.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, except for a few
honestly,
people.
I honestly couldn't remember who was there when it was announced that Gelda's mother had died of.
magic
Yeah.
poisoning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's this relevant to this situation?
Where
Okay.
do you get magitech poisoning?
From
Temple.
being in Temple, yeah.
Why would an apparent? Why would Gelda and Gelda's mother be in Temple?
I
Further
don't
questions,
know.
Your
Why
Honor?
would Gelda's mother be in Temple? What?
No further questions, Your Honor.
The pain! The pain!
Oh, Jesus.
Maybe they're from I don't know. What?
What? So.
Maybe they were looking for the heirloom. I
Screw
don't
it.
know.
I will go out as well, but I'm not going
Why
alongside
would-
Alice.
Okay, cool. I will go with Penton actually, just because
I mean, I'm
We're
going because I'm
both
very good at
cleaners.
concealing myself, but...
I'm good at lying.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I'm
gonna
also good
focus
at
on.
Stealth.
I'm gonna focus on Alice here.
Okay.
So Alice, you've left. You've hopped down from the little hidey area, and you've. I'm not imagining you're like full on sprinting, but you're making like a nice power walk to follow the two. And
Indeed.
after about 5 minutes, you can't see the little hideaway anymore, but you've spotted the two making their way towards a house.
Oh, pardon me, sorry.
I walk to the house.
Also, somebody please help her in the chat. Somebody.
What do you mean? What? Help who?
Just-
What connection? What were we supposed to be connecting? I don't know. Gelda's mother was
I'm
part of the
typing a
fucking-
paragraph. Don't worry.
Okay. I'll let you figure that out. Anyway, so you go to the. So far off. Anyway,
That's the point.
Alice, you end up knocking on the door of this house because they
much help. I'm pretty
entered.
sure she's already figured everything out here.
Anyway, so
I'm knocking on the door.
So, as you knock, the door opens, and you're met with
Who opens?
You're met with the face of a young man with purple hair. But there's an immediate detail that gives it away. The eyes aren't yellow; they're brown. Can I help you? Are you quite right there?
I am part of the soldiers, and I believe that there might be some suspicious people hiding inside this house.
Okay. We can let you in the apartment and you can take a look, but we've just gotten back from getting food. Feel free to come
Yes.
in.
Thank you. I will take a look.
And so Alice enters the building and is invited into the apartment where the other young man with red hair looks over. He does not have yellow eyes like Xanis. They're brown eyes. Hey, Joe. Frickin' this lady wants to have a look around. Just put the kettle on or something. I want some tea.
I don't suppose you have any people hiding in here that might have snuck in.
I mean, we have a basket of things in the corner, but that's not exactly hidden. We've got nobody here. apart from us, I mean, I look a bit suspect, but you know, that's just because I've recolored it recolored recently.
That's all right. I think she's just gonna have like a vague snoop around the apartment and then turn towards them again. My apologies for intruding on your space. I don't believe we have found our suspects here today.
Hang on a second. I didn't realize they let soldier cosplay. And the young man with purple hair is looking at your ears.
You cannot see my ears.
I'm looking at your ears.
She's wearing a helmet, isn't she?
Huh?
She's wearing a helmet, isn't she, if she's soldier?
Nope. She is not wearing a helmet.
Oh.
Soldier members do not wear helmets. It is only the guardsmen. Wait, you should ask me details rather than assuming. Oh.
Well,
But she's
if you're
looking
going
at-
to
she's
have
looking at
red
yours.
and purple hair, I'm going to have cool ears.
Say, I've heard that there have been sneak-ins lately. You know that rebel group? Are you part of them?
Well, I've heard that there have been sneakings lately, hence why I'm walking round your apartment looking for them. Did you not think about that?
And this is where the young man with red hair in the back shouts up. And this is where the young man with the red hair does shout up. What's happening? Okay, the guy shouts up something along the lines of, "You assume he thinks at all," and the guy with purple hair looks a little bit frustrated.
My apologies for, as I said, for coming and interrupting your time and your peace, and I will now depart.
Well, you've got a phone, right?
A phone?
And
Why does this detail matter?
the guy has his face lights up as you look.
God's sake,
very
Rick, why are you being
confused.
so interrogatory to the nice young woman?
Because this is an elf. And he closes the door
Maybe it's not a birth defect. Maybe it's
and
so
then
rude.
turns around and looks at Alice. You're a sneak-in, aren't you? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Tell me everything about the outside. I have to know.
Why, who are you?
He's a
I know
weirdo,
who
is what
you
he
are.
is.
I know who you are because of the magazines that have been snuck in from the outside. You're Alice Powers, aren't you? Oh
No.
my god! It is! Hi! Sorry.
Yeah, maybe don't shout that loud, otherwise you'll attract an actual guard.
Okay, sorry. But, oh my god. That means... You're a member of the Sleeping Wolves. They are real. I knew it. People took the piss out of me, but they're real.
Can
God
she
damn
jump
it.
on him and, cover his mouth?
If she so wishes, however, you will have to make a contest of strength.
I'm going to make a contest of strength.
Okay? Please tell me what you roll.
Uh-oh, why did I do this? Immediately regret the decision. Natural 20!
What did you roll total, sorry?
Wait. I rolled a nat 20, but let me add it up. 26.
$26.
Yeah.
Okay, yep. He is now pinned to the floor, mouth covered, but is kind of like flailing underneath you.
And she'll be like, shh. And like holds him there until he
He's just
stops
excited. He's always
flailing.
wanted to meet a sleeping wolf member.
And this is where Joe speaks up. May need to repeat what you said.
So he's just excited. He's always wanted to meet a sleeping wolf member. Obsessed with it.
And like the guy underneath you is like almost physically vibrating with excitement. Like he is overjoyed.
It's
Don't get me
not
wrong,
as
I think it's really cool.
cool
but
as you
I'm not
think.
gonna scream from the rooftops.
I'm just gonna keep holding him here.
Please.
Are you going to keep your hand on his mouth or take it off?
Keep it on.
He is going to start flailing and is going to start trying to throw you off him.
Alice, please let him go.
Make another contest of strength, please.
He could be an ally.
Okay. $24.
Yep. So he starts rolling back and forth, trying to get you off, clearly struggling to breathe at this point.
I'm not blocking his breathing tunnels. I'm just holding his mouth. He's got a nose.
He's hyperventilating. The dude is kind of freaking out a little bit because you've got to remember Alice is a very strong woman, and the Buster on your back is about the same weight as you. So you've currently got
Okay.
you're like a solid like 130, 140 kilo of woman and sword currently pushing down on this.
I'll let him go. I'll let him
Please
go.
stop crushing my husband to death.
I'll let him go. I'll let him go.
So as you get off, he lets out a very kind of pathetic sounding squeak. Okay, I can breathe again. Right. You have definitely not dissuaded me from the very obvious point. So now that I know you're not a god, you two can come out now. And coming out of the small ensuite bathroom that the door had been shut from, pop the heads of Xanis and Leon.
Oh my. Sorry, I had to say that out loud because
I knew it.
Well, hello, Alice. I didn't exactly expect to be picked up by some taller lookalike, but sure. And Xanis looks at Alice. I don't know how you managed to screw this one up this much, but I must admit it's quite impressive. They're the same height, by the way. If you didn't notice that from a distance, they're not... How did you... No?
Who the hell are these two?
Well, Xanis looks over at the redhead. That's Joe, and that over there's Rick.
And how do you know them?
They helped us get through. That's why.
So you've just met.
Uh-huh. They also have encountered the resistance before. So it was either we get let through by these people that have a little bit of a foothold here. We've given them some extra gil to help them out because they're surviving, but they're not exactly thriving.
Well, would you like to come join the rest of our friends?
Oh, must you? We're having such a nice conversation.
Yes, Emma? Leon pipes up. Yes, I must admit, it was quite an interesting conversation discussing, your galleries. And Rick looks a little bit embarrassed. Hey, to be fair,
We like to think of ourselves as enthusiasts.
yeah. Anyway, we'll give you some extra clothing bits to help you on your way. If you, at any point, want to drop by, you need somewhere to hide, we have plenty of space. And also, they don't really inspect this place that often. So, you know, the guards are working with apartment buildings.
Good to know.
So, Alice, you have been joined by Leon and Xanis, and we're gonna end the session there.
Fuck. I completely forgot about this bit.
No.
Completely fucking
Oh,
forgot.
no.
We'll see you in the next session. Bye-bye.
Now we're wandering the streets looking for